Okay, here, welcome back to episode 2 here in Atlantia, where we find ourselves in the corridor behind the amphitheater, behind this arena where the circus was being held, and Mindin needed to go to the toilets, and Ness accompanied him by a chance meeting, and then we discover that a couple of coffin agents that we find out were tailing Mindin also surreptitiously sneaked off behind and followed Mindin to try and ambush him, and they were then again followed by Jem and Mushu, who were then also followed by Kavapati, and then Elwyn. Wait, you were further ahead.
Yeah.
You were ahead. There's lots of people following other people.
You're not a follower.
It's just a long queue of people trying to get to this toilet.
A long queue of people, but
Fighting in the toilet.
Very
but
British. Love it.
as Ness was giving Mindin a bit of privacy and just standing at the door while Mindin went to relieve himself.
How do seahorses pee? That's the question.
I don't know.
I think they've got a cloaca.
Yeah, no, cool.
Same as
Thanks.
birds.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to wonder
Probably.
about the toilet system in general. Like, are they just like human toilets, or are there more different variations?
Toilets for all people.
Birds and
Different.
dinosaurs and
I hadn't
lizards
thought of
all share the same biology.
Right.
Essentially.
There's one stall
Yeah.
for like reptiles and stuff like that, and one stall for others. Cool.
Yeah.
None of a seahorse counts as a bird, dinosaur, or lizard.
It's a
but-
fish.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
not a fish?
Fish aren't real. Famously, there's a podcast.
They went
Yeah.
extinct, yeah, with the dinosaurs.
Anyway.
So Mindin was inside the restrooms, and Ness was outside, and then these two agents tried to barge past Ness, and Ness was just about to cast a spell to counteract what they were trying to do. So, that's where we're going to start. We've all rolled initiative, and I'll just bring up the map here. Okay, so, Ness, you didn't roll as high as initiative, but you took them by surprise and made the first move, so you will get the first turn.
Amazing. I cast whole person on them both.
Awesome. You can do it on 2 targets.
Yep.
Cool. So what does that mean for me?
It's a wisdom save of 15 for both of them.
Wisdom save. Okay. The guy on the right. Ooh,
Which right? Your right or my right?
fails with a 5. And then that was a 12. What's the save?
15.
15. Okay, so they both fail. So you managed to hold them. Are they? What does that mean? They can't. They're held until your next turn.
They're incapacitated until
They're
the, end of their,
paralyzed.
until the end of their next turn.
Wow.
And
Okay.
at the end of their next turn, they can reroll.
At the end of
Their next
their next turn,
They make a save.
they make a save. Okay.
Whole person is just like an extension of my telekinetic powers as a Tatooine.
Okay. Cool. So now it's Mushu.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna place a blighted land right here. So everything within 20 feet of here that I choose, don't worry, takes extra damage the first time you take damage in combat. So a big square here. Doesn't matter about us. It's only hostiles that get affected by this.
Okay.
The ground becomes sort of breathe in my poisonous smoke and sort of breathe it into the ground, and it becomes toxic and misshapen, and plants start to form around the ankles of these two creatures, or people I suppose, and they start to feel sick and sickly.
Excellent. So like here.
That's perfect. Yeah. So don't worry, not on the spaceman or the sea witch. So
Is that
I mean, how would you know?
I don't know if
want to
that's-
attack everyone, right?
the right
Well,
size?
Slightly, I want to do that. And then also to the right here, I'm going to also summon 2 dire wolves. right behind this person.
Let's see if I have a wolf that I can use. Is that where you
They're
want
a large beast, so they're bigger, but it's all good. That'll do.
Okay.
So, and then one step closer, right next to the frozen guy.
So
Perfect. That'll do.
they can. Okay. Yeah. They're 5 feet.
So as I'm sort of breathing out that toxic smoke and summoning these two creatures that appear from the ground, I'm just going to look towards Jem and say, "Kill, yeah."
Disable.
Oh, alright, okay. And I'm going to charge straight towards this one here. I've already done everything I can do, but I want to get right in melee.
Okay. Here.
Yeah. You can look at him and go, "You're mine."
He looks terrified. You can roll intimidation if you want.
I don't want to intimidate. I'm going to go too big if I do that. I'm fine.
All
so,
right.
no.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
I already did everything I need to do.
Go.
Just let you know, those wolves act on a 14 initiative.
14. Okay. So next up is the guy in the hood and the cloak there. This is the guy that you saw in Crickley's, who had the kind of pointed teeth and the augmented features to kind of appear more snake-like. So he is being held. So I guess the only thing he can do is roll to see if he can break this. I need to beat a 15, a wisdom saving throw. Okay, I've only got +1 to this, so let's find out. 16, so 17. So he does break out of that.
Amazing.
Hold person.
That's the end of his time.
But then it's the end of his turn, so he can't do anything. But he's not held anymore, that's great. So then these guys roll pretty good, so it's the guy at the end of the corridor there, the guy that you were following earlier this day.
But I look different, so he
You
will
look
not
different.
recognize me.
100%. So he is the one that you discovered was bald and clean shaven and thin and a pale skin. So he is going to. He's gonna run. Oh, how much speed do I have? 13. Okay, so he's going to throw a dagger at one of these wolves. Let's see if I can hit. 18.
Beats armor class, yeah.
Great. So 1d4 plus 3. 1. Great. So yeah, 4 damage to your wolf there. A bonus action. No, he could have. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he is a rogue, so he can bonus action. There's not really anywhere to hide, so that doesn't really help. Although he can bonus action dash and just get closer in. I don't know if that's gonna help him. Maybe he's better off staying back.
There's no shame in running away.
No, you know what? He's gonna go behind this wolf. Okay. Next up is Catapad.
Yeah. Is anyone coming behind us? Because we're at the toilet, right?
Yes, but it's not the interval. It's the
So
show's still going on.
Okay, cool.
So, no, there's not that you can tell. There's nobody. There's nobody coming.
Just asking.
If you want to be extra sure, you can roll a perception check.
Maybe somebody's sneaking up on us. Yeah, why not? 23.
Okay, there's definitely no one behind you.
Okay. Just
to
making
make
sure.
sure.
Just you know. I'm staying out of combat. I just stand next to them and look. I'm staying very far away from this mist.
Okay.
But I'm very impressed, little fish. Nice little show. I hope you're cleaning it up afterwards. Yes. See.
You know we're in combat right now. It's kind of difficult to hold a bit of a conversation.
That's bardic inspiration. You hear that?
Oh,
You get that very.
slightly demeaning, but that's fine.
That's good.
With
Don't feel well about it.
So
don't feel good about it. Yeah.
So a guy's somewhat encouraged by that.
Yes.
Or maybe he's not intelligent enough to understand that it's an insult. Just this old person's quite nice actually.
Backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys hearing a lot of voices recently.
Well, you don't know anything about me hearing that voice.
I don't know
I don't know what
anything.
you're talking about.
Who are you?
Do you want to meet him once?
Okay, so Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action, so
Yeah.
you can.
I'm just a lookout, basically.
You're not gonna fire him with their gun or anything?
Nope.
Amazing. Okay. Great. Cool. So after you, it is the wolves.
So these wolves have got like lots of bony protrusions coming out of them, kind of scaled creatures as well. So they're almost a mix of
okay.
wolves and fish. But don't worry, we don't need to see them like that. Just
Cool.
there.
Nice.
And they're both going to lunge in on the person that's incapacitated, so they have advantage each of them.
Yeah.
First one was an at 20.
No.
Second one was a 19, so that was actually almost an at 20. My goodness. They would have already got advantage because of pack tactics. Can you make a DC strength check? Or oh no, he feels automatically. He goes prone as well because he's incapacitated. You can't resist it.
Yeah.
So he's lying down on the ground.
Oh,
So that's triple advantage. No, that's not a thing. And they both try biting towards the jugular. So let's see if we can do here. Jesus.
Oh, this whole
First one
person's really...
does 9 hit points of damage. Second one does 14 hit points of damage.
So 9 plus 14, 23.
Mhm.
Amazing. So
As they're sort of biting in, they're sort of like taking any opportunity they can to get as close to the
Yeah,
throat
yeah.
as possible. Yeah, this guy's the guy with the hammer, isn't it?
yeah.
One's like
exactly.
biting onto his hand with that big massive hammer.
Yeah.
They're totally ripping him apart.
Amazing. And so as with hold person, can he still like vocalize? Is he still? Can he scream, or is he just like frozen, like Patricia against Totalis style, like
Yeah, through like
through clenched teeth.
their clenched teeth?
Yeah,
He's
your
just going,
call.
as these wolves are tearing him apart.
pained look
Wow.
on his eyes,
Hey.
really like.
On top of that, it's his first time taking damage, so he takes extra damage because he's in that area. Sorry, 1 second.
Oh yeah.
It's only an extra 3, I believe. So. An extra
Oh well,
3
it's not
damage.
his turn yet. It's
No,
the
no, it's when
wolves'
he
turn.
takes. No, when he takes the first bit of damage. It's not when he's
Oh
there.
right. Oh,
The first
see.
damage you take is a d6 necrotic damage, so 3 necrotic damage.
Okay, awesome. Okay. So next after the wolves, it's Elwyn.
Yeah, since I have been here before the fight started for over a minute, I get to observe at least the 2 guys that are standing in front of the toilet and know a bit about their skills.
Yes. Does that affect more than one target, or do you have to pick one target for that
Oh,
ability?
good point. I didn't think of that. Another creature. Yeah, I guess it's just one.
Just
You
one.
can choose
target.
one of them. At least, though.
Yeah.
Whichever you want to know, the more slinky guy.
The
or
one that
more
just
power.
broke out of the whole person, or the one that's
Yeah.
getting devoured on the ground.
Yeah,
of the
there's the
wolves?
one that's getting devoured and held person, or the one that's probably pretty tough. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, shall I pick the one that is almost dead or the other one that will die?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the hooded guy.
Okay, so
I can find out if he's my superior, equal, or inferior in 2 areas, and I would like to know armor and HP.
his armor is less than yours. HP is also less. I guess I just gave you higher or lower, right?
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
give you exact.
Perfect.
There
Thank
you
you.
go. Yeah.
It's exactly
Cool.
37.5.
Right.
No more, no less.
Right. So since I can tell that this situation will probably be taken care of soon, I will move over to this guy, although that gives an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Attack of opportunity from the cloak sneak dude. Yeah, who whips a sword out. Oh, that wasn't good. 10.
Doesn't it?
Does not hit. Okay, so
Yeah, I'll just attack him with my great sword.
Okay.
That is a 23.
yeah, that hits.
And
So
yeah, I was just thinking, since I already hit him, to do a disarming attack.
Yeah, you can make that a disarming attack. Yeah. So what do I need to do I need to roll a save, right?
If it fails the strength saving throw. Oh.
It should tell you what the save.
Oh,
is.
17
It
is what
said
you need to beat.
DC 17.
Yeah.
Save DC 17. Yeah. Okay. So he's got a +2 to this. So let's see. 16, 17, 18. So he does resist the disarm, unfortunately, but
He
you do
does
get
take
that
extra
extra.
damage
You
as
do
well.
get to tack on that extra damage.
Two ones. +5, that's 7. And then I add the
D10
So
for the maneuver.
You get to reroll once, remember. Yeah, she
For
gets
damage?
To yeah, for the D6s on her sword, she gets to reroll once, but she has to get whatever that is. So if it's a 1 again, she still has to keep it. So you reroll both those D6s and see what you get.
Right.
And we get higher.
Okay. So that was 10 plus the D10 18.
So it's 18 total damage there.
Mhm.
Okay. Good.
So that was the first.
That was just the first of 3.
That was
Yeah.
just the first
Amazing.
attack.
Okay.
Now
Yeah. Go
we'll
for
do
it.
the same thing all over again.
Okay, making it a disarming again.
Yeah.
Go for it. So
So
roll to hit
that's
first.
21,
Yeah, that hits.
15.
15 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again,
and
trying
yeah, I need
to-
to do another save. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 15, 16, 17. Exactly 17. So
Right, pass.
so I pass again. Unbelievable.
Meet her.
Okay, let's do
Yeah.
it again.
He's really holding out here.
Just hold on.
resisting.
Both hands up to this dagger.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me.
Okay.
Blocking it with his body, apparently. Blocking just as long as you don't hit the dagger.
He's got his priorities right. He's got his priorities right.
You can hit me, but don't hit my weapon.
Oh, what a guy. Can we just recruit this guy? He's pretty cool.
New Dolion.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it?
Julian 2.0.
Yeah.
Better.
I
Stronger.
think so, yeah.
Definitely.
Maybe.
He's looking really hurt. Like, he's looking so shaky right now. Like, blood. I don't know where you were kind of aiming to sort of hit him, but wherever you've slashed in with your two-handed greatsword, you've really cut into him, and he's looking like, yeah, he's hanging on.
Seen better days.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna attack for the third time, but this time try to grapple him with a grappling strike.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
That was a 13. That didn't. That
Oh, that doesn't beat the armor class. Yeah.
no. So,
So yeah, that third strike misses. Yeah. So unfortunately, you don't quite take him out in one turn, but very, very close. And against all the odds, he's still holding on to this dagger.
Yeah, I imagine him
who
like
knows?
bleeding and holding onto this back.
Yeah. He's looking terrified.
Okay.
Okay. After Elwyn, it is Jen.
How high is the ceiling in this corridor?
Something I had not thought about. Oh gosh, measuring
Like
distances.
15 feet, 10 feet,
Yeah.
5 feet. Like
I think 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
So first off, Jem is going to just out of his pocket take like a really small bit of like kind of slag metal kind of thing,
Okay.
which he just makes this sort of runic mark on and tosses it to the ground.
Okay.
It just heats up and expands out into basically like a kind of slag metal surfboard that he then jumps atop and starts like hovering up in the air. It goes right up like as high as he can, but without being completely ridiculously smooshed to the ceiling. So he's a good height up. He then holds.
Fantastic.
He then holds out one hand, and there's this sort of explosion almost of like fire and smoke, and forming in his hand is a cannon. That just like sort of with very intricate dwarven sort of markings, just this solid piece of metal but with like really intricate markings and such like, that also has these faint kind of runic glows to it as well, which he holds down and he points towards them, and he just sort of shouts down at them, lads, this is your one chance. Stand down, drop your weapons, or you're gonna get buggered. Choice is yours. Keg, give us a hand. And out of his satchel, the final thing, this keg just like shoots out of his little. He's just got. It's a really small satchel. Like it's not that big a satchel, but just this keg shoots out of it and like lands on the ground on the floor, like around about here. It looks like a regular keg, with the one exception of on the front of it. It has a kind of dwarven face that's got like kind of wood and such to it, and like sort of glowing runic eyes, and then just two little arms pop out and two little legs pop out, and it's just like standing at attention like this, and it kind of rushes in to be standing like right, I'm gonna say around here, this little kind of arms up like boxing style little keg golem thing that's popped out there. I don't know. I'm
trying to find a little token for this.
I mean, a barrel, if it's
yeah.
regular old barrel. The one note as well, he does have a little spout, like the tap that you'd find on a keg, but it seems to be spun up and it looks almost like a little pipe sitting in his mouth.
If I can find something to use.
It's way more entertaining than the circus.
I'm not actually shooting, so I don't know if that would count as a persuasion when I'm trying to get them to stand down. I don't know. But...
I was gonna say persuasion, yeah. Or what would you rather it be?
Yeah, persuasion is grand. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get them to stand down.
Yeah, perfect.
To look at this scenario and drop their weapons and like stand down. 21.
Did Mindin roll initiative, or is
Mindin did roll initiative.
Just double checking.
Yeah, he took his action to wash his hands.
He's clueless.
30
And then-
seconds with
and
soap,
then-
you know.
His second action to check his nails.
Singing happy birthday, so he knows how long to.
He's whistling away.
I can't find something that's gonna be that can represent King, but for next time we'll definitely have something there for sure. But so okay, roll your persuasion and see if you can.
That was a 21. I rolled.
A 21.
I did specifically tell them to drop their weapons as well. Like that was part
True.
of it.
I guess you'll find out on their turn.
It's not their chance. One of them can't do anything.
What they're gonna do. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Perfect. That's amazing. So next up is the guy on the ground, incapacitated,
Getting ripped apart by wolves.
being torn apart by wolves. Are they grappling him, or they just took in their attack?
He's just prone.
He's just prone. Okay. He's prone and
So
incapacitated.
prone takes half movement.
Oh yeah,
stand up.
perfect. That works. I love it. Okay. So is the only thing he can do on his turn is try and get out of this hold person,
Yes.
right? So what was the save on that again?
15 wisdom.
15 wisdom. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he has a -1. So.
I'm gonna spend a bardic. Oh no, actually. Oh, you go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a 15 -1, so 14.
So you fail.
So it failed. So he's having a bad time. These guys were sent to just go after Mindin. They were not expecting a full party of
Well, they
absolute
don't-
warriors.
They know Mindin has friends that even Mindin doesn't know.
That's exactly right.
His guardian angels.
So now we are down to Ness.
Did Mindin?
Your
pick
actual
then?
initiative. Mindin rolled a nat 1 for his initiative,
Okay.
which
I also rolled that
fits.
one.
You did, but you add something to your roll, and Mindin does not.
Okay, I'm gonna cast.
Just completely oblivious.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts
Okay.
on the guy that isn't getting shredded by wolves.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because I'm not 100% sure what's going on. To be honest.
That's fair. That's true.
I just met this Seawolf guy. He was embroidered on my sleeve.
Whatever.
We had a brief conversation, and then guys tried to budge into the toilet. That's about where I'm at.
That's a good point.
And then shit just started happening.
The question is, do you also think the large dwarf in the sky is compelling you to put your weapons down? That's the question.
That is a good question. It's a really good question.
Are you holding a weapon?
Currently, no.
Okay, so detect thoughts. So, you pick up surface level thoughts first of all, and yeah, I think he's kind of just thinking, What on earth are all these powerful people doing here? This was supposed to be an ambush for a simple guy. We sent 2 teams because we weren't sure how powerful he was, but this is crazy. This is absolutely mayhem. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here right now.
Okay, and at that point, I'm gonna.
You can push further if you want, because that was just surface level.
I could do. It would cost another action.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna pop my head back into the toilet.
Okay.
And just be like, hi. Yeah, Mindin.
I heard a bit of a commotion outside. What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know either, to be honest. Like, I know we've just met. This probably seems really weird. I'm gonna ask that you stay in the toilet for the time being, because there's a bunch of shit going on, and a bunch of guys who specifically wanted to... Well, I don't know, actually. Now that I think about it, he did just say... Okay, yeah, 6 second pass.
What?
What? That was probably enough speaking for the time.
Oh, right, oh, I see.
You'll continue the conversation
yeah,
at
well,
person's turn.
That sounds
I think Mindin still doesn't know whether to, like, trust you or not. Like, he literally just met
Do you
you.
want
But
me to roll
I think
a...
he's inclined to... You've been quite nice, and I think he's inclined to stay out of whatever commotion is going on outside. So I think he's just gonna wait and see what happens. He's just gonna kind of back up a little bit.
Okay.
And,
Do you
and
want
just...
me to roll a persuasion or a performance to see if he, like, trusts me or believes me?
Yeah, roll the trust check. Yeah, persuasion.
Okay.
With-
That's a 9.
What's your plus?
He's really not sure. He's gonna be polite and he's gonna stay out of the way. So I don't think he's gonna burst out of the toilet. He's not gonna do anything aggressive. That's not who he is.
And then, wait, they're both incapacitated, right? One's underground.
No. The cloaked one got up. He got out of the whole person's one.
Am I close enough to the door to like hold my foot out towards him so that I don't provoke an opportunity attack?
like standing
Do you know
in
what
the
I mean?
doorway.
Like, yeah. Just like spreading my body so I'm just peeking round the doorway, being like, here, Mindin.
He already did. He not use his opportunity to attack anyway?
Oh, he might have done.
He
Well,
would
ran
have.
away.
Oh, he did. He
Yeah,
already
yeah.
used it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you could move into the door
Yeah.
if you want without.
I will
remembered,
move into
well
the
remembered.
doorway, say what I said to Mindin,
Yeah,
and move back.
come back.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with your movement. Yeah, for sure. Is that your turn?
That's my turn for sure.
Okay. So now it's Minta's turn. He was gonna peek his head out of the doorway and see what's going on, but you've told him to stay in, so I think he's just gonna stay there.
Just gets back in the toilet and closes.
Yeah,
the door.
closes the stuff. That's very funny. There's no actual doors though. It's more like just a set of urinals.
Too bad.
So I think he's just gonna kind of back away.
Can I
into the
also
wall.
bonus action give him bardic inspiration? Just like
Yeah.
my
How did your bonus inspiration?
my fishbowl just looks really nice.
An inspiring,
He-
shiny
in-
fishbowl.
Within the globe, he sees himself reflected,
Oh yeah, okay. And that's just.
and thinks, "Well, what does he think?"
Wow, you're extra blue today. That's very nice.
Okay, so he gives himself bardic inspiration.
He gives himself bardic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
reflect. Perfect. I love it. What's the bardic inspiration from you? Well,
It's a
D8,
D6.
D6. Cool.
Did we hear any of that?
You can have done. It wasn't particularly quiet. It was
No,
just
but
like...
you don't speak.
You speak tele.
Oh,
telepathy,
right,
don't you?
yeah,
So
no,
did we
you
just see
haven't
you
done
duck
it.
your
That
head
would have
in
been just to
and then
Mindin,
come
yeah.
back?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That might be a problem.
Hey, you
Oh, well, I
choose to
can choose to
communicate.
chat.
You can choose to. Yeah. How many?
No, that was very much just to Mindin, for sure.
That was just a minute. Okay. So now we are back up to Mushu.
So I'm gonna do a cantrip on the guy in front of me. I'm going to do Primal Savagery.
Okay.
So I'm going to, my mouth expands and gets bigger, and my teeth jut out and become really, really twisted and misshapen. I'm going to say, look, I've got fangs too, and bite into his neck.
Amazing.
So I've got to have advantage because this guy's here.
Oh, because yeah, flanking. Yeah.
First one, second one, first one better. That is 14. Does that hit?
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
D10 plus a D6 for the area he's in. So that is 16. So that's 16 acid damage.
Okay.
And 4 necrotic damage.
So 20.
And when I do that, I pull my mouth back, and then from like the sort of wound, so this sort of green toxic energy starts to ooze out of the wound, and this twisted creature sort of comes out, made of like mostly tree and maybe some bits of fin, depending on maybe a little bit of snake fangs because of who it's coming from. Sort of comes out of the little hole, pops itself out, and goes ah in its face, and then it'll be his turn afterwards. So he's gonna attack this thing.
Oh my goodness.
So from
Jonny, that's disgusting.
another one.
Another
There's so
D4.
many summons. I'm sorry. Where are we? 1 second. Sorry, I need to remember what this thing does. Yes. So it's going to then, as it's sort of coming out, it's going to bite him as well.
Great.
So it's going to grab onto where the wind was and bite like right next to it.
He is just screaming. He's just.
That would have been that one if it wasn't for advantage. Thank goodness for that. So 14 plus 9, so I assume that hits.
Yeah.
D4s. So it's 2d4 plus 4. So that's 8 hit points of damage. Piercing damage if that counts for anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Little guy just in his face.
Incredible. After that, it's his turn. The guy you just attacked. So he's going to attempt to just flee. Are you? No, there's nothing like holding him back here, right?
Well, with nothing there because holding him there, no.
Okay, so this guy in the cloak is going to try and make an escape here.
This guy?
He's had this demand from the green cloak, the guy with the snake-like features. It's his turn right now, and he's just gonna try and run. Basically, he's had the demand from Jem to put his weapons down. He's had his thoughts read, although he doesn't know about that, does he? He's been attacked, and he's seen his companions torn to shreds, or at least sliced. So
Is
if
he disengaging or?
Yeah. He's gonna disengage.
Okay.
Disengage is an action, right?
It is an action.
I'm sure he's got something like Misty Step or something like that, yeah?
Well, he's actually a monk, so he can spend a key to dash, I think.
I did not anticipate that the guy was a monk. For some reason I thought wizard. I just think cloak, I just think wizard, I don't know why.
Does he
No.
disengage first, and then he's gonna key dash? Or?
Yeah, because he can do that as a bonus action, I'm pretty sure. Step of the wind.
yeah.
Step of the wind. So he is going to disengage as an action.
Okay, I've got a feat that allows
Oh,
me
okay.
to opportunity attack people who are disengaging anyway.
Amazing. Okay, yeah, go for it.
To be fair, what's your range? Is it 10 feet or...
Yeah, 10 feet range.
So they can get 5 feet before it happens.
Right. What's the rules with him climbing over his friend there? Does he need to go around?
Yeah, that's not a lot.
You could go through that.
Yeah,
gap,
you can
but-
go through that gap, yeah. You
Yeah,
can't go
come
over
to
the
me.
wolves, but you can go around.
Or you could go, I suppose, that way.
Yeah, but as soon as you get to the 10 feet mark away from Ollie, you can't move any further. Before he hits you. Or attempts to, at least.
Or is it like last year?
kind of
Our
boxy.
bodies on the ground difficult terrain, so it just takes him quite
Yeah, maybe
more
you could
movement
slow
to
his
get.
movement a
It's
bit.
slow
He's
his
clambering
movement
over the
now.
top of him. Yeah.
So he's gonna go around this way, and try and get out there. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
I
Wait, no,
did,
so he...
before you do that, I did get a 17 to hit him.
Yeah. So that hits.
Okay, it hits, and his speed is reduced to 0.
Oh, I see. Okay. Right. So he
So
doesn't
he's
get.
At the point
He
where
doesn't get anywhere.
So it's here,
Yeah, so he's out the square. So he's out the square of the extra damage that can happen.
because my range is 10 foot.
5,
from my
10.
weapon.
So is he not just there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still in there.
Yeah. So he's still in the square
Okay.
then, I think. Okay. Yeah. So how much damage is that?
That's a great question. That is. Can I smite on a opportunity?
Yeah.
Yeah,
melee
you
attack.
can.
Okay. So it'll be 11 plus.
First or second level, or how many spell? What's the spell slot using?
I'm gonna use a 3rd level spell slot.
So that 48.
Yeah, 4. Dude, can I have one?
It's 2d8 for the first level. and
Might
one
be
part.
overkill.
Well, that's what we're going with.
That's a vibe, isn't it?
That's 19 on top.
Right. Yeah. So the question is, are you going for a lethal blow, or are you just knocking him out?
I actually think I would be aiming to knock him out.
Okay. So that has reduced him to 0.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
pull out from my my astronaut utility belt like a little carbon fiber hole that I press the button on and it extends.
Oh yeah.
And then it has just like a little glowing. It's like somewhere between Legend of Zelda. What are they called? Not the Zonai. Ancient. Come on, guys. There's all
I
the-
know it. It's on the
Oh,
tip of
yeah.
my tongue.
I forgot. Like, it was in the
glowing
tutorial,
thing,
wasn't it? Yeah, because I can.
Like the lizard ones.
No,
No.
in Breath of the Wild.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chica.
The
Chica.
Sheikah spear.
Yeah.
It's between that and like the robot guys who are General Grievous's sidekicks.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The like glowing.
Yeah, the
double-ended
electrically
one, but
purpley
It's
things.
just single-ended and
Cool.
longer. Yep, that's it.
I love
Send it.
I love
Okay,
it.
I'm so sorry.
So you pulled out this thing, you've extended it. It's like kind of glowing at the end, and you've just kind of smashed this guy as he's running away,
Yeah.
and he just goes ah and trips and falls face down on the floor,
Perfect.
totally unconscious. Gone out of the picture.
Oh, I said he was mine. I don't.
Did you?
Can't do anything about it.
Did you?
I did at the start. I said you're mine. So.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I forgot about it. Okay, so that was his turn because that was an opportunity attack. So next is the guy facing off with you, and
My face is probably telling him that if he runs, he'll die.
he's gonna run.
Okay.
So yeah, he is a rogue, so he can disengage as a bonus action and then use his movement. So,
It's okay.
but you'll probably be able to catch up to it. He's not gonna get far.
Because he still has his action
Further
left,
down the
so he
park.
can still use his action to dash, for example.
You're absolutely right. He is gonna dash. So he's gonna go further down that corridor and get out of sight. Unfortunately. I did move him. I moved him off the screen. I'll find it.
Just feel
Goodbye.
free to also just cut
Oh,
me.
I didn't. I didn't move him off the screen. I was too zoomed in. I thought I was off the edge of the map, and I was not. There we go.
He's still on.
It's
Oh
not
my
correction.
goodness.
You
Yeah,
can see his foot.
lost.
Just his foot.
You know what?
That's
He's gone. I deleted him. If we need him again, I can bring him back. Okay.
Get him already. My goodness.
So, he has disengaged and run off, scared out of his wits, and is not heeding the command of Jem to put the weapons down. So next is Kavapati.
How far is he away?
He's really far from you.
Well. How far is he?
Oh my god.
Now's a good time to look to see how far her gun can fire.
And how far this map extends.
There's another one again, with another set of bathrooms,
Yeah.
with another seahorse in it.
Wait, it's men's and women's bathroom.
Exactly. It's the women's seahorse bathroom there.
Is it
So-
under 120 or
Wait,
whatever
Hilda.
it is? Feet, meters,
Hilda's in there.
whatever.
Yeah. I think it's 100 feet. So I think you can still. So with a range of 120, you can still catch him. Yeah.
Is that range with
You're
the
not
Z?
catching
No,
him.
40. He's just
This old man is
That's
not
not
running.
actually very good.
Until now, I basically leaned on my violin case because this was taken care of. Very nice, very nice. I want to see the cannon at some point.
Nice.
But now I'm taking the violin case, opening it up, and taking out my musket and trying to shoot the guy that is running away.
Okay. So
Forward and dice thing is still-
Wait,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Elwyn in the way?
Yeah, shoot through Elwyn.
is it?
I can shoot.
Yeah.
Oh,
is that cover?
No,
He was like
is that a
being-
cover?
he was
I
like-
can move
it's-
here.
Oh
He was-
yeah, you could
the,
move.
The
I
wolf
can
might
move,
be in the
yeah.
way though.
Oh my gosh.
What?
The wolf.
How
might be-
big is the wolf?
I wouldn't be too worried because I think there's just a small wolf in the way.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
No, I think if you roll terribly, the wolf dies.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The wolf explodes, so
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
How many shots do you get?
Well, this is the musket, so one.
One shot. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So roll to hit.
There's not a one. Well, that's kind of well. 31. Do I
31.
It's a nat 20.
It was a
Oh
nat 20.
my goodness. Yeah.
Is it done?
do you think I can?
Yeah, wow.
So you can't shoot a guy sitting
Where-
still in a bath. Because shoot somebody 100 years away.
Incredible.
I just couldn't play the violin in the.
Got you. Sorry, you're too busy. You're
No,
distracted.
that wasn't a hit. The shot. That was the performance. Yeah. Wow. You.
What's the chances of that?
So okay. Here's the question.
Yes.
Are you going for the kill, or
No,
are you
I
going
actually
to
am
just
not.
incapacitate? Okay.
What?
Okay.
So
What?
It's like the
What
opposite of the
character
character
development is this?
That's-
there's
Actually,
there's
before
other
this
people
happens,
This is
present. I think
only
maybe
episode
there's
2. You can't have
It's
character
the-
development.
it's the presence of witnesses.
maybe.
I think that's the deciding factor. Okay, so he had so little health. I mean, you can roll your damage, but you've absolutely brought him down to 0.
Ooh, my goodness, that is a big hit.
27.
Yeah, 100%. So, but oh no, that's not more than he had at the beginning. That's not more than his max. So you've not.
The
So,
whole of the amphitheater.
and that was with the crit
Yeah,
damage
yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
11
yeah,
plus
yeah.
the 11 plus the
So, describe for us how you just like take this guy out. Where do you hit him? Where do you aim for? Because that's such a precise shot that you just
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
wherever you want,
The head.
you've got him.
But not with.
The hand just knocked the dagger out of his hand. It's like, Ellen, this is how you disarm.
Yeah, I feel like I've
Yeah.
been called out. Yeah, like I handled it well. I didn't need help, but thank you.
Oh,
This wasn't a disarming shot, but I kind of liked that one. Yeah, just go for it.
So,
Unlucky.
you've
I'm sorry.
yeah,
Don't be.
No, I'm not.
You wouldn't be.
hit the hand that was holding the dagger. The dagger goes flying out of his hand. He's and the shock of that last wound just he is unconscious and is just sprawled out on the floor, and the momentum kind of drags him a little bit slightly further as he was kind of mid-run,
Sorry.
mid-sprint.
I was actually saying
Incredible.
she shot him in the head, but she aimed for the hippocampus instead of the medulla oblongata.
So,
I don't know what that means. I'm just was that like a non-lethal part?
Memory loss.
Oh, I see.
No,
Memory
that's not
loss
what I want.
instead of instant death.
Yeah.
so he's useless.
Yeah, it's useless.
Totally your call.
No.
Come on, you want to.
Going for the time.
No, it's like no witnesses. You remember nothing.
You remember nothing.
That is an evil character.
Maybe another.
This guy.
Maybe on another round. Maybe another yeah.
Just be evil. We're so good at it.
Okay.
So you think?
I'm tempted to just come out of initiative now, and you've just you're able to just seize this last guy and overpower him. I don't think he's gonna be able to put up any more of a fight. The wolves would be next if we were continuing. So it's, do you want the wolves to just make their attacks and try and bring him down to 0, or are we just...
Jim?
Well, let's try and have a conversation.
I'm going to get the wolves to sort of like both grab a hold of the big mace or big hammer and just take it out of his arm, like so there's no way he can attack back.
Okay, so let's come out of initiative now, and are you kind of saying anything to each other? Is this the kind of first time you're all kind of interacting?
Before that happens,
Okay.
sorry, I'm gonna
Yeah,
pop
yeah.
my head back into Mindins.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, here, I don't know what you did, but well, the people who were after you were crazy, but the people who were after the people that were after you are even crazier. I don't actually know what is going on, to be honest. This is so wild.
I really don't know what's going on either. Is it safe to come out?
I think so. Give me like 2 ticks and I will double check for you. Triple check even.
All right.
Amazing.
Thank you. He still doesn't quite trust you, like, but
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of like,
It was
he's
a
not
bad-
going
it
to
was a
question
bad
you right
roll,
now.
it was a bad
He's
roll.
still like nervous. He's still like, on edge. Yeah.
I'm going to beeline over to the one that's conscious.
Yeah.
And immediately start searching him with, I guess, my cannon pointed at his chest.
Yeah. Awesome.
I mean, just as I was going to run after this guy that I have been fighting the whole time, and seeing that he just got taken out, turning around, seeing Kavapati
The smoking
with a
barrel.
look on me that I think is disappointment. As always, maybe I am just, gonna go over and drag him over to our group, and then start searching him as well.
Okay.
Gracias. That's what I was asking you.
Once other people
Next
done their
time,
stuff,
take your center of gravity a little lower. It's all about angles, okay?
once other
Can I
people,
suggest we drag them into the toilet? Get them out of the way. a
Wonderful,
little.
yes.
so I'll drag in the servant guy, and once other people have done their
Does
things, I'll search him.
Does
through-
that mean
search
that we
him
have
over.
like a long, bloody mess?
Yeah.
Men's
Fortunately,
bathroom?
it is carpeted with red carpet, so we're all good.
It's stone. It's just.
No, this map is
It's been
inaccurate.
carved out of the side of a like kind of mount. This is like a stone
But it's
quarry.
clay, right? It's like red stone.
Sir, I'm going to get the wolves just to lick up the blood. So, like, it's fine. They'll take care of it. Like, they eat people
That's
anyway.
a good shout.
So,
That's a good shout. Okay.
I'm going to leave them doing that while
Going.
we're doing other things. So,
Uh,
Please.
you only have like a minute to do it, but even still. So,
Oh yeah, you were searching that guy.
Yeah, can
so
I,
you
like,
can roll an
investigate?
investigation. Yeah.
I'm also going to tap myself for some guidance.
Yeah.
as well, so-
Cool.
And I'm gonna search
So
the other
that
guy.
was. Bloody
I'm
hell.
watching you.
Yeah, that's 32, I think.
32.
I think so.
What?
Yeah.
You find an array of weapons. You find a dagger. You find a couple of hand axes that were kind of belted to his side there, and he had that big hammer, but the wolves kind of took that off him. And you find in a kind of inner pocket, you find this kind of token, this kind of wooden carved thing in the shape of a coffin. That has some sort of kind of symbol on
Would
it.
I have any
You're not-
knowledge of that? Or is that
Um,
a history or anything? Or check?
Don't
No.
think so. Yeah.
Are you searching your guy next to me searching the other guy?
We are all in the
Yeah.
toilet.
Just patting them all down.
Wait, who's awake at the minute?
Just one, I think. This guy, the big guy, was still awake. The
yeah.
other two are unconscious.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay on hands the guy who's unconscious to give him 1 HP,
Okay.
just to make him conscious again.
Yeah.
And then I would like to cast Zone of Truth.
okay.
Ooh, okay.
While they're doing that,
Right.
and I was trying to search the other one, but I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
So
You forgot the pockets.
Yeah,
should
you
look
couldn't
into
find
the
where his
pocket.
pockets were.
what pockets?
He has a bag.
Here?
Mm.
What belt?
Just feeling up his bicep, but not really.
Yeah. Like, there must be something up his sleeve.
That's his leg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may have not found something, but here's his dagger I found out there.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. No
What's
use
your
for
name?
little things. Oh, I'm Mushu. And I walk away towards where Jem is.
So as you're kind of doing this, there are two figures running up from the far end of the corridor, who've heard a commotion, and
They do see two wolves just kicking about, licking tons of blood on the floor.
so yeah, before you manage to kind of drag the bodies into the toilets there, and before you've cast on truth there, two figures appear. One of them is Ease. And the other is the strong man that you saw who's part of the circus. Yeah, they're gonna rock up, and Ease is gonna be like, "What's going on here? We had sounds of fighting. The green room for the performers is just down there, and we were just we heard the sounds echoing right down to where we were just relaxing. What is going on?" Is anyone?
So some shady folks wanted to force their way into the toilet, but there was a queue.
A
Yes.
queue?
There was
All
a queue.
this
and
over
then-
a queue? And then she, at this point, she calls you, Elwyn, and
I went
Elwyn?
in the wrong bathroom by mistake. And that might have caused some fighting.
all right. And then, yeah,
You know each other as well.
Is. You don't know what is happening here. You don't know these people.
I really don't. I'm surprised to see you here and you two together.
So you mean, and I pick up the symbol that one guy was wearing. You don't know what was going on here?
I've had nothing to do with this. Are they all working for?
Have you heard of a change of, leadership?
Look, all right.
Yeah.
I got out of Atlantia as soon as I heard what was going down, and I left a note to urge you to leave as well.
Got you
And,
back.
Well, I got out of the whole game. I got out of Coffin. I was going clean. I joined the circus, and they're doing a performance back down here in Atlantia after all this time. You cast the Sword of Truth.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I'm literally just about to cast Zone of Truth. So if we're gonna go in the bathroom all together, I assume, if you guys are chill.
Yeah, just conversation, you know.
Just putting it out there, the longer we talk, the more likely they'll die. So it's maybe good we do that now.
Well, no. Okay, right. I'm gonna lay on hands this guy and give him one health.
Wait, before you do that, I try to take whatever's on him off him, like weapon-wise.
Yeah.
Don't want them hitting you when you get
can
out.
absolutely do that.
That's so smart,
No one's ever told me that before, thank you.
bro.
Uh,
What's your name?
Mushu,
Mushu.
what are you?
I am.
You look like water.
I don't actually. I'm very small, but I look very little like water.
So you're
Can I do a
water.
very quick Arcana check to look over him, like to see if
Yeah, to who?
our friend Ness.
Oh,
just
to
like,
Ness.
on the suit,
Yeah, sure.
if I
We're
get
gonna
any
come
kind of read
closer.
on what the heck it is, as with
I
my
am
kind of
squinting as much as
tinkering.
you are
with it.
squinting. You can't see it, but I promise you,
That's
I'm
a 20,
squinting
not natural.
Right.
equally as hard as you.
Hold on a second.
Cover party Elwyn and Liz
No,
just watching.
It's just a bowl of water.
It's just a bowl of water.
It's just a bowl of water. That's all it is. Oh, mate. I can't do it.
So, Ness, Jen is kind of looking you over and has rolled a 20
Like goggles are
Arcana.
down, and I'm like immediately
So-
trying to inspect the suit than anything else.
Right, is there like magical properties to the suit?
No,
just kind of
Cool.
Not particularly.
scientific future.
Yeah, you might be a bit confused by the suit. Like it doesn't look like anything that you've seen before.
I guess Jen would probably be like, that's some impressive technology. I mean, there's a question in that in itself. Maybe that's a question for later. There's a lot of questions going on in this room. We probably need to prioritize them.
Don't bother, mate. Not
I'm
even
impressed.
for climbing up that tree.
I'm also there's a lot of questions to be asked here.
Definitely.
Maybe we take them in order.
There's something more important going on. People are going to die right
There's
from
like
this.
a look
We're
of
not-
what on earth, but this is probably the priority.
Yeah.
I think
There's
that's
a-
So-
fine.
Definitely priority. People dying in front of us. You said you're going to heal them now or never.
Yeah, I lay on hands both of those guys.
We
okay.
make sure they take the weapons off them first.
Yeah.
And
Perfect.
I
That's
cast
fine.
Zone of Truth.
I think why don't we go back to the main screen here. So this is the first time that Mindin is seeing all of you. If you're all like kind of piling into the bathroom, dragging these bodies. So I think Mindin's gonna just be like a little bit bewildered and just be like, right, were these guys, were these fellows, they were after me? Mr. Nez, you're the only one I really know amongst this group.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on either, to be honest. I read one of their minds, and one of them was specifically trying to either injure or kidnap you. I don't remember, to be honest. Yeah. These guys just showed up out of nowhere as well, so I'm a bit iffy on them. But they did save the day, quote unquote.
So shall we introduce ourselves? Hello, my name is Mindin Swirbles. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Okay, well, let's do this over quickly. People kind of needing questioned here, to be honest. But Mushu, who's next?
Yeah, we've got 10 minutes before this Zone of Truth that I have officially cast ends.
Right. Okay.
So is that your real name or are you lying?
I that's my real name. Yes,
I'm pretty
yes.
sure he can't lie. So if he's told you his name, that actually does have to. That's how the zone works. Like if your name was actually Frank and you just told us it was Mushu,
Yeah.
like you wouldn't be able to do that. That's like the zone thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of got it.
What's your name?
Mushu.
Oh, amazing. That's sick.
It works.
It works.
It works perfect.
It works,
Yeah.
guys.
Anyway,
Can-
quick.
Can we ask the seahorse? I think. Seahorse man,
Yes.
Mindin, you seem pathetic.
Oh, that's
Yes.
not a very nice thing to say.
How did you kill anybody in like the last?
Well, I didn't.
What?
I haven't
This
killed
is
anybody.
disappointing.
Jim.
Disappointing.
I'm so sorry to
So-
interrupt. What
Jesus.
was your name?
Elwin.
Elwin. And what was your name?
How far does the Zone of Truth go?
I don't think you're forced to
Yeah.
say anything. I think
No,
you
I know.
can avoid saying
You can
whatever.
say nothing.
You can say nothing. Yeah.
But I'm just, is it the whole bathroom?
Oh, how big is it? An area does it affect? Yeah.
That's a good question.
That is a really
And I would know that because I have the same spells.
Oh, you can write.
And to clarify, the name's Aldous Gemfield, but folks tend to call me Gem.
15-foot radius. So
Like the whole
30
bathroom.
feet. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm saying nothing.
Yeah, the whole bathroom.
Yeah, what was your name?
Some people call me Kavapati.
That is correct.
Okay.
So
Why-
Ease and the strongman guy who has not said anything so far have both come in here with you guys. So Ease pipes up and says, "Well, my name is Azalea Casey. That's who I am. I know these two from my previous
What's
work.
this guy's name?
He didn't lie.
No, he didn't. But what's his name?
Well, I know you as Kavapati, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
And the other
You're
guy,
getting distracted.
the Earth,
Yes, we
the
are.
Earth Genasi strongman, who's kind of been kind of leaning, kind of just watching everything go past.
Sorry, no offence, Earth guy, we don't really care. These guys that are dying and now got healed up again, they're more important. Sorry, no offence, you just carry heavy things as an Earth Ganassi that's supposed to do that.
Okay.
Anyway,
I
so
will not say
these
anything.
guys that wanted to kill the seahorse, that's more important.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just gonna walk next to the door to make sure that nobody suddenly leaves or anything till we have solved this
You
thing.
do see a very small keg with arms and legs that is like arms crossed and looking as tough as it can.
Is it looking
For like
grumpy enough?
Very
Elwyn
3
as well.
feet tall.
It's very cute.
Perfect. Okay, so you're we're all in the zone of truth. We've all introduced ourselves, and now you're
Except
who's
this one.
interrogating?
Well, he's not lying.
I am in this one.
Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted as well. Yeah, continue. What's your deal, guys? Tell us about why you're trying to kill this seahorse.
Well, look, it's kind of looking around the room, assessing the strength of everyone and remembering the battle and just being like, yeah, he's not gonna be able to get out of this.
You're wishing that you accepted that drink earlier now, aren't you?
And he realizes that he's seen you before at the bar. How did you... What? Did you follow me here? That's a bit creepy, isn't it? Not appreciating the irony of the situation.
Okay, let's be correct. Let's be straight. Number 1, what's the deal with the seahorse? Number 2, what's Wallerman got to do with this shit?
Right, well, we were told to come after Mindin because he was involved in an incident at the Skyport about 6-7 months ago. The incident in question involved the... Are you gonna let me go if I tell you what you want to hear?
Elwyn, do you have his dagger still? Can I have it?
I go and kneel next to his head
Okay.
and just slap him.
Oh, that doesn't answer my question. What are you doing?
I'm coming with the dagger on the other side.
Just putting this out here. I'm happy to beat people in fair combat, but you're not killing him when he's lying on the ground like that.
Just let him do his job. He's good at it.
You kill him, I kill you. Just letting you know.
It's cute.
I don't like this one.
Okay,
Let's just see how it plays out. Give it time.
I would like you to speak. If you speak well, you might go.
All right. Wollerman was taken by a group, and then he was found dead. So this group it's assumed that they killed him. All right. The seahorse was there. He knows. So our employer tasked us with taking him out and seeing what he knows about the whole Reynard Wallerman situation.
So your assumption right now is that this seahorse is the one that killed Walter Wallerman. This seahorse.
Well, look, there's eyewitness accounts of him being at the scene. I'm not sure if it was by his hand, but he was certainly there.
Just no offense. I'm not wanting to call and question your intelligence. We're in a circus here where like people can do magic things. People can like change the way they look.
And apparently they can change the way they sound.
Mindin, come over here a second. Did
yes?
you have anything to do with Wallerman's death?
I have no idea. Reynard Wallerman, yes, we
You
worked
have
quite...
no idea whether you had something to do with his death?
No, look, well...
Excuse me?
I had nothing to do with Reynard Wallerman's
Why?
death.
Here, I'm trying to give you an at here, bro, but you're being super defensive. I don't actually understand.
I said a statement, and we're in a zone of truth, are we not?
Yeah.
I think then you must trust that my statement is correct. I had nothing to do with Reynard Wallerman's death.
Yeah, but it's got this super, like, sassy, snappy tone, and I don't actually vibe with it.
Well, I don't know what's going on, okay? And he kind of like he breaks down a little bit. Like, he goes into the corner.
Just to clarify, which Wallerman are we talking about? Reynard, there's William, or Walter. I've lost my Wallermans. There's too many Wallermans.
What the Wallermans?
But William Wallerman. Well, he didn't. I didn't really know him very well. Reynard Wallerman was the chief engineer at Skyport, and he I worked quite closely with
He's not the
Reynard.
Wallerman that owns like the factories and stuff. No.
No. Well, Reynard is William's son. You see.
Oh right, okay. So did you kill William Wallerman then?
I didn't. No, I didn't. I've never killed anyone in my life.
Okay, I step a bit before Mindin and be like, oh, just leave him alone. He didn't do anything.
Yeah, Elwyn, you know exactly why
Yeah.
this is going on. You're the only one.
Can I do any
That
kind
looks
of
like
insight
very
on
innocent
that?
seahorse to me.
Does he know?
Is there any insight to be rolled on that or anything?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure, if you want,
Okay,
but I mean,
yeah.
he's in the zone of truth, so
No, not Mindin.
on Elwyn.
Like
Yeah.
part defense. Is there
Sure.
any?
I thought you were like insight Minden.
No. That was a 22.
An
for me.
18.
How does it work against players? Is it just your discretion how much you?
Deception.
We don't immediately know everything by any means,
No.
but it's just if we
Yeah.
recognize something's up, it's more.
A
like-
deception check, probably.
yeah,
To
maybe
be
deception.
honest, it is odd that I step up.
Yeah.
That
it
you're
is.
defending.
Defending a seahorse that I have never seen. And especially you will find this odd that I went up to the bathrooms in the first place to protect the seahorse. So this is probably even more strange in your eyes.
Okay.
And not what you want from me.
That's what you say.
I didn't lie. I'm just saying, to me, he looks like an honest seahorse that has been in the wrong place at the wrong time. And as you said, some people seem to be able to change their appearance. Maybe it wasn't him.
Okay. Now that we're done convincing these guys that we're trying to question that this isn't the seahorse, let's get their opinions. Guys,
like-
what do you feel like now that we've proven that this guy had nothing to do with the murder of Wall?
You're not going on much information. How good is? Why are your organisation just kidnapping random seahorses that
It's a
quite
good
clearly?
question. Very good question. I love this question.
Yes. Are you some kind
Should have
of
said
criminal
that.
gang? I'm not getting a lot of competence.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, how long have we been talking about this?
Oh.
Do you want me to actually
10
set
minutes.
a timer for 5 more minutes?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah, keep an eye on
A
it.
real time timer.
Focus, guys.
Okay, wait, one question before you do that. The keg, how does that work? In terms
So
of
it
like,
can't
guarding
be
the door?
surprised is one thing. It's not got a psychic link to me, but it can. It's always alert, so it can't be surprised. It's
Okay.
got a perception of like 20, I think.
So
it's
if
very perceptive.
someone was walking down the corridor,
It would know, and it would probably just come and like tap me on the shoulder.
okay, cool.
Okay, ready?
It can't speak. It just.
Yeah. Okay, it can't speak.
I don't think so. Anyway, I'm
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
go with no.
It's just right.
Just
So wait, what was the last question you asked to the bad guys? You were like,
I think I was more just
competence.
berating them for their.
Yeah, you
competence.
kind of were.
I didn't actually
That's
ask a
true.
question. I don't think at the end of it.
Look, we were just. Well, this is the okay. A different one is the one that got attacked by wolves. He's gonna pipe up now and just is like, look, we were just following orders, weren't we?
Who sent
We
you?
didn't question the orders.
Faster.
We always just follow them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Whose orders?
Ah, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Makes sense that you'd want to know that.
Faster.
You're stalling!
patience.
I've had enough! Answers! Now!
Intimidation.
Oh, he's very loud.
Sure. Can I pause it for a sec? So I can look at my. Oh, blood. That's a 15.
Aye. Maybe some posters.
Yeah, I think considering the situation, he's definitely scared enough. So, it's just like, well, look, after the old boss disappeared or whatever happened to him,
What
his
happened?
second in command stepped up and is
Names.
now running.
Names.
All right. We just call him Mr. Smythe.
Who was the guy before?
Mr. Salgrim.
Okay.
How are you at Smythe?
Do you know his actual name? That's what you call him.
M-Y-H. He could have given us a fake name, I suppose, but that's...
Okay, but that's not the question that I asked. Do you know his actual name?
If he had given us a fake name, would I know if
Why?
I had the right name or not?
Just yes or no. Do you know his real name?
I believe that to be his real name.
Okay, amazing. Guys, I've been taking track on my watch, which is a futuristic thing that we have. Long story.
Like a pocket watch, and I'll pull it a pocket.
Yeah, bro, it's like that,
You
but
were
it's
saying?
like it's got like this.
Where's the dials?
No, there's no dials. It says the same thing that your one says, but it says it with numbers.
So what
Ah.
about...
And
so-
shapes.
That is-
Okay,
What
enough,
about the
enough,
time?
enough.
What's that?
Stop it.
What did you say? Sorry.
You
It's okay. Later.
What was your name again? Elwin?
Yes.
You
What did
too.
it say? What are you?
Why
sorry.
are you pointing out the time?
Guys,
what I was trying
Why
to
were you
say
pointing at the
Yeah.
is
time?
we've only
What's
got.
the reason for it?
What I was trying to say is we've only got 2.5 minutes left, and when I said that, that was true. Or when I was starting to say that, it was true
Are you
that
okay
that was
with
the
that?
case.
Ness, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure we've just taken a minute for you to
Just
tell
a
us
clean
we've got
shot
a minute and a
in
half
the-
left.
Holy shit, you're absolutely right. It's been a minute.
Pew.
Incredible. What was it? What... You were wanting to do something?
You can
I think
kill
she
them
said quite
later.
loudly she wanted to kill the bowl of water.
No, no.
Cover party, look at me. You can still kill them later. Now, focus.
I am focused. You are not focused. And I'm the old one. What is going on here?
So at this point, your keg comes and taps you on the shoulder, and there is somebody kind of outside the.
Head immediately to the door. Hello, I'm sorry. This toilet is currently occupied.
Well, it seems to be occupied by a lot of people, and they've been talking.
Here, shut up. We got like 45 seconds left of the zone of truth. Just stay outside for a second. You can use the ladies if you need it. There's a. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, blocking my
You
face.
can use the ladies if you need it. Yeah. Please.
Okay,
just
so
give
while
us-
while you guys are you're going to investigate who's at the door, you can do a couple last things within the zone of truth. What you want to do?
20 seconds.
A couple last questions.
Are all the 3 guys awake now? The one that...
Nee, immer noch so.
Yeah, I think so. No, because one of them wasn't knocked unconscious. He was just kind of.
Guys, we only have like 20 seconds. Moon.
Where will we find Smythe?
Good question.
That's a good question.
20 seconds. Go.
Smythe!
Pause the
Pausing.
time. Pause it.
Jim just practically shouts from the door.
But there's like where you would find him, and then there's also a how where would they know where to find him?
No, they don't necessarily know the right answer, but
That's
what answer
a
would they
good
give to
point.
such a question, I guess?
Yeah.
Let me.
I'm also standing next to the door, but it makes much more sense if you answer the door than me from the men's bathroom.
You moved back in.
Huh?
You moved back in at one point.
Sorry, what?
You moved back in at some point to talk
Did I?
to us. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We can still keep on asking the
Yeah.
questions after the zone of
It's a
truth.
small
but
bathroom anyway.
Yeah.
we need to.
We never actually met him in person. He's just talked to us through these devices that we have on us.
What devices?
Given to me.
Is that the time up? Zone of truth.
So
Um,
when
They
we
didn't
searched
hear
them,
that alarm, by the way.
No.
They still
When-
think they're in the zone.
Okay.
when we
yeah,
searched them, did
Yeah.
we get those things?
Yeah.
So the one that had it on him, I don't think he was searched.
No, we searched all three of them.
We
I searched
I
one.
only searched
you
one.
Searched
I
You,
searched
you
one
searched
very
one and
well.
you searched one, and I was keeping
Jonny
track because I
searched
was like,
one.
I
if
searched
you
one at the very start. We just never spoke about it afterwards. So.
nah, okay, so I missed that. 'Cause that went by me too.
Because the snake guy.
Um,
yeah.
But I
Yeah, the
searched
snake-
very poorly, so
Because
you know.
remember we also
The
said we took
snake
the
guy
weapons off
had
them
it
and
on
stuff
him,
as well.
yeah. So then you've found this thing on this snake
What
guy.
does it look like? Because we
Um,
didn't even think it was a thing. So
So it's kind of like it's a bit like a radio, but it's like powered by this kind of crystal, and it's like this kind of copper metal contraption with this kind of speaking.
is it shiny?
It's
crystal,
a little shiny. It's
It's
a
in my
dull
pocket already.
dull like copper.
It's in my
metal.
pocket then. So.
Right. So are you gonna at the
Oh, I found that. I found something. Look at this. I'm gonna just pull it out, hand it instinctively
Can I
over to
look
Jem.
over immediately and hide myself as I do?
Can I get the crystal?
If it's not essential, then yes.
so there was this guy at the door.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Okay.
Um,
Wait, sorry, what did the guy at the door say? I suppose first, before I take that, you maybe before we.
Nobody's hitting this.
Right. Well, I've got reason to believe that there are suspects that came round this way and might be perhaps he's trying to lean in and check.
Just stand as tall as I can and go. Sorry, who are you again, sir? You needing to pee?
He takes out a badge and says, "My name is Detective Weatherby.
NYPD.
I'm Atlantia Police.
APD.
Can I get a very quick read on him in that split second, like how?
Yeah, insight.
That was an 11.
Yeah, so he's this young guy, ginger, freckles, and with this kind of long sort of trench coat, sort of nicely dressed underneath, scruffy sort of shirt, but it looks all kind of well mannered. And the badge that he flashes, he doesn't. It's not like a quick sort of thing, like to try and hide what it is. You can tell that you can read it, and he shows it up, and it's his
What do I
picture.
know of the Atlantia PD and how trustworthy they are in general of my limited experience in the city?
So
What?
you know that you probably figured out that it's been a bit of a disarray since the chief, since the big incident with the earthquake 6 or 7 months ago. But you probably have only heard some.
Okay, in a moment of slight flustered panic, because I'm not sure if I trust the police.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, can you come back in 1 minute? And I'm gonna cast banishment on him.
Wow.
He will
Great.
return in 1 minute.
Does
But
he
he
have
will.
to make a save?
He does.
for
He
that?
gets a charisma save of 16.
What if he's not of this plane?
Incredible.
If he's not on this plane, he doesn't come back. But if he is of this plane, which I hope he is,
Just
Wow.
clarifying, there is two of them there, yeah?
he was
No, he's just on his
Just
own.
him.
He's literally just on his
Can
own.
I also ask, does he have a mustache?
He does not have a mustache.
No,
He's
it's
not a
just
true
a
cop
mustache.
then. He's not a
Sorry.
true cop.
It should be easy to kill, but
Big red
can
flag.
I check the room if there's another way out?
Clearly he's not a cop.
It's a toilet.
There's a really small window. A really small window.
Of the bathroom.
I thought I saw like a
Yeah,
grit on the
there's a grid on the floor that will lead down into the sewers if you really want.
Literally such a nightmare.
Oh,
So what's
it's
the
my
save?
favourite place.
16 with a charisma save.
Charisma, okay.
I was picturing
Oh,
a mustache.
he rolled an 18
Oh, okay.
plus 1.
Then he's
So,
right, yeah.
but does he know that you just tried to use a spell on him?
Probably. I mean, I guess.
I look over to Kawapati. Kill him? Like, saying it quietly.
Please, it's messy.
He's gonna roll a
Also,
perception to
I
see
think
how
it's
much
your
he
call.
can
The
see.
next thing it says, but it's your call.
Yeah, you won't mind if I talk about killing, right?
yeah. I would, mate.
Okay, so he manages to peek a little bit inside the door and like sees a kind of gathering of various people. Just a glimpse. So He kind of raises his hands up and says, "It's all right. I'm not after you. I'm just after the people that I think you maybe have taken care of. I'll step back. I'll let you have a minute, but I'm not going anywhere. All right?
Nobody's died. That's the main thing you need to know.
That's good.
Can you describe the people you're after for us, and we'll let you know if you got them?
So have you come out and you're addressing?
I think we're cramming the doorway and
I-
covering
I-
as
You're
much
also
as
crammed in
possible.
the
but-
I
doorway?
see him peek
Full
through the
hands
door.
peeking through the door, like.
Yeah,
You
just
see
like
him peek through the door, and you're
like,
telepathically
Yeah.
talking to him.
I mean, I hear what he's saying, and I say
Yeah.
telepathically, can you describe the guys you're after? And
He kind of looks around and is like, doesn't know where the voice is coming from. And it's just like, I guess, and he does describe the three people that you're
Right.
that you have taken out. So the confirmations here.
What are the charges?
And actually, he describes a fourth person, an orc, that obviously isn't here, but is maybe somewhere else. But yeah, you wouldn't know. What was the one?
What are the charges?
They've been suspected of being involved in an underground criminal organization that we are just starting to know something about. We've been following several different agents, as it were, and we believe we've just scratched the surface of how vast this network is, but it seems to have. Why am I telling you all of this? I don't need to tell you anything. Who even is this voice in my head?
I cast Zone of Truth again.
Can you?
Yeah.
You've just kind of seen the detective just talking out loud, seemingly to nobody, because I don't know if Ness
I
has
guess it's your
been
choice if anyone else
projecting
cares. essentially,
those
or not.
questions to everyone or not, or just to him.
I don't want it to be that I'm just communicating with the person that I'm directing at every time. I want people to hear at this point.
Maybe then
Okay.
by default it's to anyone that you
Yeah,
trust.
In the
I
vicinity.
will specify
Unless
if
it's not.
If it's
to
specifically
one specific
okay, yeah,
person.
cool, that's fine. No worries.
Can with that then I'm going to shut the door on the detective,
All right.
and then walk back to this pair at the front and be like, "Police are outside. Tell us something useful, or that's where you're going."
I'm gonna put another 10-minute timer on.
I feel like we've given you lots of useful information. What more do you want?
The incident our seahorse committed. What happened then?
Well, I wasn't there personally. I just know what I've been told. All right.
Well, what do you know?
A group showed up at the skyport, killed some civilians. There was evidence of damage by some sort of magical lightning.
Jeez, that's disturbing.
That's yeah.
One of
So he's saying, yeah,
Can I?
this
can
group
I-
showed up at the skyport, killed the civilians, kidnapped Reynard, and then later on he was found dead in Acropolis. Unless, did you guys last year do something about Reynard Walden's body? Not sure that you did.
I think we just left him there. didn't we?
Left
I
him in the
think
room.
you maybe just left him there.
Can I?
Uh,
Can I just ask quickly? Were the workers in like what were their contracts like? Like were they living a happy life or was it pretty bleak? Like was their day to day pretty miserable? Because
Mindin,
I don't know anything about what you're talking about, right? But if they were like relieved of their lives, that's a different thing than like murdered. Do you know what I'm saying?
So Mindin picks up this one. Oh yes, the day in question. I was whisked away and then tied up and left unconscious in a back alley, and then when I finally got out of my predicament, we found 4 of our employees had been struck down. It was quite tragic, actually. It was very yes. Well, I can tell you, Ness, that they were adequately compensated for their labor, and they I believe that we do a good job at the Skyport. I'm as the administrator, I take it upon myself that the welfare of our employees, and
When you say adequately compensated, like how well adequately compensated would you say for the city and for the Times? Is that a good ratio of cash that they're
yes,
getting?
I would say so. They,
How much more substantially would you say you earn over them, for example,
Look,
with your pencil to
I have certain responsibilities. I have to manage a lot of different departments.
You are in a zone of truth right now. Do you
Yes.
honestly think that you deserve the extra cash that you're
Jem, not
apparently
this
earning?
again.
I mean, we do get a certain amount of bonuses for at the end of every year, and I for myself, I do think I'm paid for adequately for my work.
Right.
That's 100% truth that you've just
We
said in
pay-
this
we
zone
pay-
of truth that has been put on.
We pay our we pay
This is
our
on record,
employees
by the way. We
above
are
the
recording
minimum
all of
wage.
this.
It is, I believe it's more of a sort of a living wage that we do pay. The kind of general
Why you
workers
came
of
after
the engineers and the Skyport and the repairmen and the other staff that we hire.
Jim, I understand what you're doing. You've done this before a couple of times. This is 5 minutes of Zone of Truth gone. This is not going to just put it out there. Maybe later. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that the reason you guys came after him? To ask him
Adequate compensation for labour is not an inappropriate line of
I am
questioning.
on you with that.
Mindins.
That's
People should
correct.
be paid what they deserve.
Right.
Managers' positions are
Focus.
overrated.
Mindins, you seem really sad, right? And I don't.
I mean, less sound than I first met him.
No.
I'm not as convinced.
Everything you're saying, right? It sounds really good, but you could be like skewing the truth a little bit. So the person who murdered the quote unquote innocent workers at the Skyport, can we dive a little bit into like their psychology? Like maybe they were having a bad day. Maybe they were really on edge because they themselves were, at risk of death from any number of angles.
You know, I think you might be onto something there.
You think that's the case?
I think that sounds very logical.
Tell us about that, Elwin.
About what?
I don't know, about whatever you're saying.
So, how long is this truth potion?
Let's got 2
Yeah,
minutes left.
I don't know. I set a timer. I do have a
clocked on
send
my watch,
timer
it's been
that
more than a
goes
minute
10 minutes
since the guy
exactly.
outside said 1 minute.
Oh yeah,
It's
true.
been 7.
I've
He's
not opened the
just-
door, but I've definitely noticed.
Yeah. He's he's just sort of pacing back and forth, and he's definitely like listening intently to see if there's. As soon as he hears
I think you
if
see,
there's
why
like
did you
if
do a
the
second
voices
sentence?
have kind of stopped discussing things, and he feels like there's
Why
maybe
not?
another way out that they've kind of tried to escape, then he's gonna try and go in. But he's not gonna interrupt anything right now. He's like, this is the only door they can come out, so I'm just gonna wait until
Okay.
they're ready.
Salazar Slytherin. Where is he?
What are you?
Smythe and Salazar.
Oh.
Tell us everything. Quick. We've only got a couple minutes left.
I can get one of the 3 out of here. The one that gives us the most useful information will be given
Look,
to you.
okay, what I can tell you is that the device, right? It can only talk to him. It can't operate on any other frequency. It cannot be. interrupted.
Okay, bro. Look at me. Look at me.
I'm looking at you.
In my eyes.
In your eyes.
In my eyes.
I'm trying to look at
Right
you in your
here?
eyes.
Right here.
I don't know where your eyes are.
They're right here.
You're just
so
a bottle of
close.
water. You're just a bottle of water.
Bro. Right here.
It's just, there's nothing, I can't say anything.
Okay, yeah, we're making eye contact. I don't know
Are
if
we?
you can tell.
All right.
I've got 2 hands, right? I
I've
got one
got two.
zone of truth.
One there.
I got one zone of death. Right?
I don't want
Currently,
the sound
we're in the zone of truth. If you're not careful, I'm gonna put the zone of death on you. That is a real thing. You can look it up after.
How do I, what is it?
Just
How do
tell
I be
us
careful?
everything. Quick, bullet points. Go, 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 go.
This,
3, 2, 1, go.
we were told to be here to kill the seahorse. You stopped us. How about I tell you the name of our organization? Is that
Amazing.
gonna help?
Love it.
We're,
Literally anything you got,
Right.
you better give it to us. Otherwise,
Give it to
you're gonna get the smackdown.
Yeah, just tell
it's
us.
the coffin organization.
Oh,
that we
jeez.
want.
Should we go ooh?
Oh yeah, deception checks once to hide that
Is
you.
that like a insight on us to?
Yeah.
I got natural 20, 27.
Yeah,
I
that's
got a
amazing.
natural 20 as well with 25. I'll not quite
Yeah.
good enough.
I got a
I
very
got like a 9,
convincing
7,
six.
7.
A very convincing 6.
Both get
You
Elwyn.
notice a reaction from Elwyn.
I mean, I am off the whole time. Like, something's off about me, right? So it fits.
I'm just an old man.
I got a 15.
Coffin. That is a name of an organization. I have
And you
first.
guys are all like, maybe you know something.
Tell us about
Maybe
coffee.
we can,
Quick. You got 10 seconds.
It is like a shape, but also
No,
something you
no,
put
the
stuff
lad that's in
into.
the organisation. Tell us about
I
coffee.
don't know him.
I'm not going to lie, folks. This is
It's
the
in-
worst.
I
Two
cast
spells
Zone of
cast.
Truth again. I cast it again. Zone
No,
of Truth.
No, this is the best. This is the best investigation that Musha's ever seen.
I'm not sure about that, to be honest.
Third Zone of Truth is on.
How many spells does she have?
That's my last one.
You're really?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
We can keep going.
I mean, to be fair, there's
We're learning
3
so much.
people that are after the seahorse, who they think killed all those people. But I know that the seahorse wasn't it. It was me.
To be fair,
some
the
parts.
coffin guys
So-
don't really care about the
Yeah, but
workers.
still, I wouldn't.
They're more bothered that they killed Reynard Gold. Well,
Sure.
you think, or sorry, these 3 guys believe that it's because that they've been sent there to hunt Mindins because he was involved in the death of Reynard Wallen, but really it was because Reynard had stolen the heart of Atlantia, and whoever is the boss is more interested in the heart of Atlantia than he was in Raymer. But these 3 don't actually know that, so you guys wouldn't know that. Sorry.
The thing is, I know that they are after whoever was doing those things 7 months ago. So why would I share anything while these 3 are still here? That's the thing. So no truth serum will change that as long as they're here.
Well, I cast it already, mate. So.
Yeah, that's what I
The
said.
the
Maybe I
strong
shouldn't
man
say that,
who's just been totally silent the whole time says, "Should I introduce myself now?
Please
Or
do,
not.
yes.
My name is Kriv Haraldsson, and yeah, I come from Iceland, and I try and make my my fortune traveling with the circus and doing my performing my act here.
Pleasure to meet you.
Me and my fellow performer Eve had Ease. Sorry.
Do you not know the folks you're working with?
We.
It sounds so dangerous when you say it.
I really should have. I don't know why I chipped in with this guy before practicing
What
this
is-
accent. I'm like,
what
what
is-
is he
what is
even
the
trying
important
to do
thing
here?
with
I was like,
you to
this is funny.
share? Do you?
This is all very fascinating to me. I don't know anything about anything. I am just here. I heard a commotion. We ran down the corridor. We went into the bathroom. I met all of you lies people, and yet now we are here. I don't know.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, and I'm sorry if I'm being a dick. Do you actually have anything to add to this conversation?
I'm not sure
Because
that I
I've
do.
wasted 3 high-level spell slots.
This time is not a good time.
It's not that it's not a good time. You seem pretty chill, but yeah, like I mean,
I shall go back to saying nothing, and I shall.
bro, you're
I
misunderstanding
apologize.
me.
I apologize for
You-
what I have said.
I'm so sorry that I've given the wrong impression to you. If
No, you seem
have
like
something-
chill guy. You seem like nice
a chill
guy.
Okay, let's stop
What's-
this
what's your
here.
name
Yes,
again?
please.
Thank
My
you.
name is Kreve.
Creve?
Yeah, Harjaldsson.
Okay,
Ha Yeltsin?
That's close enough.
okay.
Creve
Guys,
Ha
this
Yeltsin.
is going absolutely
So-
nowhere.
I will shoot
Shut up.
myself soon.
Shut up. We've got to question these guys.
What?
Anything else we need to do now? We've already wasted 3
I'm
spells.
not sure if there's much more to get from them.
Why did we cast another spell?
What do you know about your last boss? Any juicy details? I like all of them.
Well, we didn't really have that much interactions. You see, when he disappeared, as it were, a lot of the kind of higher ups kind of left, kind of ran away. and
What is that supposed to mean?
Scattered to the winds. So people who were kind of on the bottom got a little bit raised up, if you see what I mean. So I was quite happy with my new
That's
position.
not good.
So the
So-
trash just rose up.
I mean, look,
Yes.
I don't appreciate you calling me trash, but that's
I don't appreciate you.
I understand that I'm in a position that I can't really go against that.
So, just a wee reminder, whoever speaks the most of the 3 of yous, we're going to get out of this. So, anything else you're going to say now. Win that ticket out.
I would just like to clarify, it's not necessarily speaks the most, but the speaking that is the most valuable.
Quality.
Because
Yeah.
if you just keep blabbing on, we probably will kill you, and that is based on not my own personal world beliefs, but of what I've witnessed from these guys.
I mean, when we say kill, there is also the police officer outside.
sounds good.
So jail is an alternative option, but quality over quantity is,
I would
is quite
prefer jail to being killed.
fair.
Smart man.
We haven't asked Ease anything. Do we maybe want to ask Ease anything?
What
Who is
Ooh,
he?
would you
Is
like
she
to
not just
ask
one of the
me?
performers? Why is she important?
I mean, Ease, do you know a coffin organization?
Look, alright. I used to work for the coffin organization, and now I got out of it.
Do you recognise these folks
I
here
d-
in the room from the
No, I
organisation?
don't know them.
So none of them were part of the organisation when you were there. Not
Well,
involved
they
at all?
might have been, but we never really interacted with them.
None of them in the room. None.
In the room, kind of glances at Elwyn and Kavapati. I think,
So
yeah,
what
is that
is
an
the
insight?
coffin?
Insight, or is that a deception? for
I'm
me?
being vague. I'm not like I've not made an assumption of them pair. I've just used the language of the room.
I got nat 1. So I in my deception. So I think you noticed that, like in the
She's
when I
a
say
zone-
in the
she's in a
room,
zone of truth.
glances at Elwyn and Kavapati. I think you noticed that glance.
So what is the coffin organization?
Well, Elwyn looks around the room at everyone and knows that she's in the zone of truth. It's kind of backed into a corner here. I was in it for the money, alright? As a dealer of information, the higher ups were in it for wealth and power and influence. And I was well compensated for the information I was able to give. I didn't ask questions, I didn't know well, I didn't dwell too long on what that information was ended up being used for. But in the end, it all came crashing down, and as soon as I discovered they were planning a massacre, I got out. Alright? Like a lot of us. We left. It was too intense.
So just if I'm following correctly here, standard kind of criminal cabal going on, but then, if I heard you right, massacre. Those don't normally add up.
Well, they were gonna... I found out that they were going to destroy the whole city of Atlantia for the sake of some strange delusion that they were going to get some sort of incredible powers for it. I don't know the details, I'm sorry to say. And this lot, they don't know nothing.
And so instead, in reality, your former boss
Right.
and a Wallerman dead?
William Wollerman, dead. Officially, by the earthquake. I don't know if that's entirely true or not. Pleasure to look at you. Reynard Wollerman was found dead in Crickley's, I think it was.
The pub?
Yeah. Don't know how he got there. I don't know what he was doing or who he was hanging out with.
Of all the pubs, like, Crickley's is a place you'd find somebody like that getting killed, definitely. It's not really that surprising.
I mean, they seem like friendly folks. Some of them, and I look towards the guys and they go, would not accept a kindly offer of a drink and a conversation. Murder's quite a jump.
Ah, that's fair.
Mindin pipes up and says, Reynard, he was such a hard worker. I did admire his work ethic, but he was a little brash. I did find him a little brash. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. I do miss him. He was very good at his job, I must say. I don't know. Amazing. Third zone of truth. Ended. But nobody knows that. Unless they feel the effect kind of fading away, or they don't feel compelled to tell the truth anymore.
Need to tell the truth.
The Northern is on the trip.
Men lie anyway.
Aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions. Which...
Aware of the spell.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, aware.
So they will be aware that
Evasive.
it's gone.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to lie. None of the information provided by the three of you on the floor was all that particularly enlightening. At least for the offer of escape that was added up. Maybe if you'd accepted the drink earlier, it might have changed things. But anything final to add before we invite this policeman who's been waiting for quite some time? I did say wait for 1 minute, and to be fair to the lad, he's been waiting for more than 1 minute. So he's upped his odds at least.
Very patient.
Better than the banishment that nearly happened. Anyway, any final thoughts? Just to contribute, or are you really just grunts that have stumbled your way into complete incompetence in an organisation that seems to have quite a lot of incompetence?
Look,
Do you want to take a
I'll take that as a no, and I'll with that, unless anyone goes to stop me. Okay.
I have one little advice for you three. One. And listen closely. You don't tell anyone the truth. This was bad. This was very bad. Be glad you go to the police and remember this. Because I will find you.
Amazing. Okay. That's great. Okay. So,
With that, probably
What
let
you
the
want
police
to do.
officer in unless anyone, goes to stop.
yeah, okay.
Are these the miscreants that you're looking for?
These, thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Detective Weatherby. I'm with the Atlantian Police Department. These three are exactly who we're looking for. They were on a list of suspicious being sort of watched because they were believed to have been involved in some illicit activities, and it seems that I was proven right.
You might want to add attempted murder to the list. They were very much
Attempted murder.
trying to kill our poor seahorse friends.
Well,
Here.
do we have any solid evidence of this?
You got 5 witnesses.
Witnesses? Would you be all right to testify in a court of law?
I don't think I heard anything.
Yeah, maybe it depends on the day.
You got
I'm
3
sorry, man.
witnesses.
Well,
My hearing is not well anymore.
I'll more than happily talk about it. I know worries.
perfect. Yeah.
Me and the
Thank you.
seahorse. We'll tell you.
Well,
If it's
I'm inclined to believe your story because these three were on the list of suspects, and the story does align with what we were thinking was going to happen.
just
tonight-
wondering. Sorry to interrupt. Is there a reward for these people?
We
We found them. We captured them. We took their weapons. I think you
we
owe us a
can
little bit of
possibly
money.
arrange something. We can possibly
Possibly.
arrange something. Let's talk about it. First off, and he takes out some handcuffs and he handcuffs the three of them. 3 of them. There wasn't a 4th that got away.
Only the 3.
We would have
These
got
two,
Another,
and then the
uh,
other one came his own way, I think.
There was an orc we were looking for associated with them, with this group.
Orcs are quite hard to miss.
Fair enough. Anyone know anything about it?
No.
All right.
Can I just ask for law reasons? Is zone of truth permissible in a court of law?
Yes, it is. Was the you conducted some sort of interrogation?
No, this is literally nothing to do with what was happening in the bathroom. I was just asking if you need.
Well, we have sorcerers in the courts who routinely cast Zone of Truth on the suspects
what's the pay,
to get our
what's the pay like for that?
What's the pay like? Well,
Yeah.
I guess it's enough to get by. I reckon. I'm not privy to those details, sir.
And what would that be to get by? Is that standard living wage kind of thing, or?
I think so.
And what would that be in this year?
Our current year that we're in. Is that what you're asking?
The
We're in-
current year.
it's 18.
We all know what it
82.
is, but let's say it at the same time.
Right.
1882.
1880.
1882.
82.
Right.
Great.
That was so sick. We should actually start an improv group.
He's Weatherby is like doing this and shaking his head and these guys. And then he's like, all right.
So just a small point of clarification. You were suspicious of these fellows and you thought they were up to something tonight.
Yeah, and we didn't have the
Regarding our
evidence.
friend here, sorry, the seahorse, I'm sorry I've not actually got your name.
Mindin Swiggles.
Mindin. Okay. Regarding Mindin, but you didn't think to really send much protection for Mindin? He'd be fine on his own?
Look, I got here a little later than I should have. I understand. I appreciate your help in apprehending these individuals, and they will be processed. Was there any other evidence that you gathered from? Did you search them? I know I'm on my own. I understand. I didn't know that these two groups were going to be together at the same time. I thought I could maybe take two of them by myself.
What I will tell you is that we did search the depths of their psyches, and there wasn't much going on.
Yeah, they were rather unwanted.
Well, what I would like to do is invite you all for a drink. My treat. As
No problem.
thanks for apprehending these individuals. And I will take these, if you'll let me, take these 3 off your hands, take them down to the station, put them in for processing.
Just wondering, when you say a drink, is it an open tab, or are you mean a drink?
He's like rubbing his temple.
Yeah, what kind of establishment I have to think about this?
So, there's
sells drink. That's what matters.
a place near here called the Thatch and Candle. We can go there. I'll buy you all drinks for the evening. Alright? And then hopefully that'll be compensation enough for this good deed that you've done for the community of Atlantia.
I'm sorry.
Is that alright?
I'm sorry again to be that guy, but I actually...
Can you drink
I
anything?
don't drink.
Right. Well, what would you consume?
I don't really consume much of anything. If you've got a bit of moss or like lichen,
I'm sure that can be arranged, yeah.
okay.
No problem. Anything you like, sir.
Amazing. That's
Fish,
sick.
fish food. Does that not work?
No, not a fan. It's too big. I just get fat, and I'm trying to lose weight at the minute. Yeah.
I couldn't tell. You look good.
I appreciate that.
That's great.
Truly, that means a lot to me because it's been a tough couple months, man. We don't need to get into it, but it's been tough.
Mindin, are you coming too?
And I don't know if I'm entirely invited. I was really the victim in all this, if one can,
Well, are you
can use that
free?
word.
Well,
I was
is
the
somebody-
target at least.
Is
I'm
somebody waiting for you?
no. I'm well.
No,
Well,
you're
I think I'd rather not.
not. You'd rather not what?
I don't want to offend anyone, but I don't think I'll come to some gathering.
Have you got somewhere like safe you can go? I mean, these are 2 teams that we know of. We didn't actually ever think to ask if there was a 3rd team out there looking for you. So
Oh, yeah, there's.
That's a frightening
Still
thought.
missing, yes.
That is a frightening.
Aye, there's a 4th out there, isn't there? An
Yeah.
orc.
oh yeah,
That's
that
what
orc.
we
You
don't
might
know
be
what
out there
happened.
somewhere. You really probably should keep an eye out for any
Right.
orcs.
Well,
Do we have any more description on the orc so that he's not just stuck kind of terrified of every orc that he meets?
That's a fair point. Aye.
Look, I only gained consciousness recently, but the one thing I do know is that I've got an embroidered patch on my suit that has a little picture of your face and it's got your name on it.
that's a good
And
point.
that's all I got going for me at the minute. I don't know a lot of anything else, mate. I'm not leaving your side, unfortunately.
Oh.
Like, you're not free to go.
And
It's not a threat.
Okay.
I don't mean this in a
that's-
creepy
it
way.
feels a little threatening.
No, I don't mean it that way. I'm sorry if you're taking it that way, but
We've already saved you once, and if that orc's about, we'll save you again.
Right.
There you go.
Well, I would like some personal spaces.
Well, we won't
Yeah,
always be in
I'm
the
all
exact
about-
same.
It is
I'm all about
impressive.
personal space. I love personal space. Have you seen how much space I got in this? Literally, to you guys, like, if you were in this, you'd be like, there's literally not a single person for bloody miles, right? Because I fucking love my personal space. They gave me options for the size,
I'm kind of
the size of the bowl of water, and I was like, bigger the better, right?
The longer he goes, the harder I find it to interrupt him.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for everything. But I'm not letting you go. You gotta come for drinks, or we can do whatever, but Like, we need to hang out, basically.
Would it not be like either we take the seahorse with us, or he goes with the police officer and he can sort of take care of him?
I could go and give a statement at the police station.
Okay, you can do that. I'll come with you.
Okay,
Amazing.
I find that agreeable,
Love that.
and then we'll see where we go from there.
Perfect.
What was the name of Mindin's boss again?
Percy, yeah.
Isn't he still waiting in the circus?
Oh yeah. Percy's just like, Mindin's taking a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, on the topic of personal space, I would like mine back. Thank you. I will leave this toilet now.
Okay.
We
Detective.
meet later.
Hold on a second.
We meet later.
We need to go
It's
at
fine.
least find out when we're actually meeting this person. When are you
Wait.
meeting?
Why?
Why?
Before we do anything, shall we all cross swords? Okay, ignore me. This is the first time I've had a humanoid body. It's a new thing for me. It's pretty sick.
So you're saying you have a
Right.
sword?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Elwin, don't ask stupid questions.
No, I want to see. That could be a really good sword.
Does your suit have to
Anyways.
leak fluid, like waste fluid?
From the other side of my
Why am I encouraging this?
I don't know.
from the other side of my spacesuit utility belt, I whip out a thing that looks really similar to the last thing that I pulled out, but it's a sword this time. And then
mean,
it
so
just starts.
The detective
dripping.
pipes up and is like, "All right, I'm gonna lead these 3 suspects in this crime down to the police station. If you would like free drinks later at the Thatch and Candle, please meet me at
Later.
7 o'clock
Goodbye.
at the Thatch and Candle."
7
Alright.
p.m. Thatch and Candle.
Wait. What time is it now? Shall we all just set our watches so they're all at the
I
same
will come
time?
half an hour late.
All
Okay,
right,
bye.
It's
You
maybe
got-
it's
got
like
Stopwatches or something. What are they called?
No, it's just a pocket watch.
Pocket watch.
pocket
That's
we
what you
leave,
called it.
right?
Woven. It's do it.
Do
it
we all
doesn't
have
need to be
pocket
set.
watches?
It's already at the
That's
right
fine.
time. Is your watch not at the right time?
How frequent are sundials?
Sunday.
We're underwater.
I don't know. I just got here, right? I don't know how you guys keep time. I've got a watch. I know you've got a watch. Are you hanging out with these guys?
You know that you know we're underwater. You've noticed that.
Yeah. Look, I'm not that smart. I gotta be honest. Maybe play, but it's a long story. Can we just
Okay,
make
so
sure
this
that
is the if you wanted to double check the time, this is whatever my watch is.
Yeah,
at,
yeah.
the right time.
So I would say it's
This
like
is the
half
time.
past
That's so
4.
funny. That's an hour different from what I had.
Maybe you should get your watch to the right time.
All right,
then.
so you guys can
You
sync
beat
up
it.
your watches. It's 4:30. You're gonna meet at the Thatch and Candle at 7. So
Right,
you have a
right.
couple hours. Are you accompanying Mindin and Detective Weatherby to the police station?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys are doing that. Anything you guys want to do before later on, before 7 o'clock shows up?
Yeah,
I might start pre-drinking, but...
Yeah, pre-drinking is
Shut-
perfect.
Strange. I think we're actually going to get on quite well.
So the show is gone on until sort of at 5:30. The interval comes and goes. There's an interval for like sort of 15 minutes.
Oh,
But
you
so-
guys went back in and enjoyed
Did
the
anyone
music.
go?
No.
Right back
Did anyone go back in and
The
like?
trapeze was over,
We
no
did.
chance.
No,
I heard
they-
a pub, so I went straight there and I'm putting up a tab that he's going to pay off later in my mind. We're going to shout, well, I'm going to shout back to, or forward to these guys, depending I suppose if they have stayed. Like, guys, this show is absolute trash ever since the seahorse almost died. Like, can we go somewhere else and do something else? Go to the pub, sit, talk, we can plan through what we need to do.
Would we have even returned to the seats?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 2
I'm-
other people sitting there.
The same hairdo.
They have the
Sorry.
same
From the back.
silhouette.
Sorry.
Because there's no reason for us to return to those seats.
This old man needs a nap very bad.
So they just turn their heads and look at you, mildly confused and unsure what to respond.
Possibly also Misha looks to his left
And
and,
then
there's
just-
a similar shaped dwarf. There's a different person as well. He sat down somewhere else.
He did just say we were there. That's why I. No? Okay.
Well, yeah. So this is just directly after Detective Weatherby's left with the prisoners, and you guys are just sort of milling back, deciding whether you're going back into the
Oh, yeah.
event or not. So, yeah. But Mindin does want to stop past Percy and just tell him where he's going to be and stuff like that. So, Nez, are you just acting as kind of Mindin's bodyguard and just tagging along behind him?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, perfect. So you guys, are you gonna stay till the end of the show,
No.
or no?
No.
Okay, that was the whole reason you were kind of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the whole reason I'm not watching this now.
Okay,
You are allowed to watch if you want, but
I was here because you invited me.
yes,
So I think we'll leave.
I'm done.
okay.
I'm off to the pub. And with that, Jem just
Yeah.
starts walking
All right.
immediately to the pub.
So the Thatch and Candle is in Stonemore. It's in the same areas where this old quarry is, where this arena has been built. So it's not that far away. It's not hard to find. If that's where you think you would be heading all there all together.
I don't think we would go as a group with them. I guess we left a bit earlier because cover party just wanted to be done with the circus is what I noticed. So we'd probably just walk for a while before we go to the pub.
Okay.
And on that way, I would be like, so you're still quite angry with the coffin organization?
See, of course, yes.
Why exactly? I mean, I get they tried to destroy Atlantia. I get that, but why are you so angry? Particularly for? I mean, you've been part of other things that have been destroyed. It's,
Okay.
and you never liked this town to begin with. I know that.
Oh no, it's shit. It's just trash. It's
and yet you're still here and going after this. So
maybe.
and
I'm telling you this,
Mhm.
and I ask for discretion, but
of course.
maybe my pride is a little bit hurt by them. A little. You see, I came here to live a little bit more in peace. One might say
To retire.
to retire. That they now try to destroy the town I want to retire in is, or they sent me to retire in. That
So they
is a bit annoying.
okay. So you're angry because they sent you down here to retire and then try to blow up the city. Is that your point?
In a condensed way, yes. If they try to kill me, then they
That
can
would be
do
fine.
that. That is fine, but
That's
that is
classy.
just a messy way. I don't. That's just.
That's-
I'm working for this organization. As long as it exists, I was there before.
Mm.
Mm. And unthankful people.
Okay, I get it now.
I try to teach them. How to do stuff.
Mm.
To do all this, but no. No,
Clearly they did not pick up.
they didn't. No.
Yeah.
Excellent.
This
So
is-
you guys are just kind of on this
Yeah.
kind of walk
Yeah.
and then having this conversation kind of in the street. So you guys are headed straight for the pub.
I probably have beelined off, realised that Mushu maybe wasn't with me, then turned back and tried to work out where the heck he was to fetch him and take him
I'm
towards
sitting
the
in
pub.
my seat,
Yeah, back in your
talking to a dwarf.
yeah.
I'm fairly sure it's Jem.
It's not Jem.
Mushu, who's that?
Barry, nice to meet you.
Hey,
I know
nice to meet
you've
you
been
as well.
talking to me for a while. I thought it was a bit awkward.
Well, maybe a slight thing to note. Please don't tell anyone about the fact that we just beat the living daylights out of 3 people. Yeah.
You did go into quite a bit of detail about the 3 people that you beat the shit out of.
Well, just don't tell anyone else.
I'll. You've got my word.
Where were you?
Going to the pub.
You could have at
Where
least
were you?
told me.
I did. I said, I'm going to the pub. And then I walked towards the pub, realised you hadn't gone to the pub, thought that was odd, because you love the pub. And so I went back and found you
I do love
in
the
your
pub, that's
seat
true.
talking to someone else that I presume you thought was me.
He's got ginger hair, you've got ginger hair. You're both... I'm going to leave
More
that
of a
line of
strawberry
conversation right
blonde,
away.
actually.
He's a gnome with a moustache.
Let's just... Nice to meet you,
Barry.
Jim. Nice to meet you, mate. Let's head off to the pub. On the way there, though, I found something. I didn't want to tell anyone else much about it, right? Because there was too much conversation going on. And I pulled out that device from earlier on. I'm like, oh yeah, so that snake boy, the weird one that I never got a chance to kill, like he had this on him, and he was talking about it being like this thing where he could communicate with his boss. But because there was too much going on, we never got a chance to really look into it.
Can I investigate it? I don't know if that's investigation, arcana.
I have looked up and down, and it looks very shiny, so I think it's important.
Yeah, Arcana.
Arcana. Okay. I'll guide myself as I do that.
Okay.
That is 18, 19, 22.
Great. So this basically functions as a like sending stone. So it's linked to a particular other device, and they are connected to each other, and they can only speak to the other device.
Is this like just a receiver, or does it look like it could send a message back as well?
It could send a message back, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
If I would like, does it like looking over it from a more kind of arcanan eye? Would there be any like backwards compatibility that I might be able to use it as a tracer for its other's device? If I not immediately, but if I was to work on it, would there be any way of tracing where signal is coming from and to magically? I don't know. It might take some work. I'm not meeting immediately.
Yeah, I would say if you, yeah, for sure, if you spent a few hours, kind of carefully tinkering with it and, just getting all the right bits and pieces and the right bits of tech to kind of make that happen. I think with some good rolls.
This could be very useful. Well, good job, Mushu.
No worries. One thing though, if you're going to be like using that, can I get the gem?
How about maybe not immediately, but once we're finished working with it, okay?
No problem. Let's go get drunk.
In the first chance, I think we might be able to use it to maybe find who's got the other end, but once we're done with that bit, well, I ain't got much use for it, so
Sounds like a deal.
we can take a jam.
We're going to run up the tab as much as possible before
Sure.
the guy gets there.
Yeah, Ease and Creve, who were also with you in the bathroom there, they go back to the kind of performers' green room, and but they were kind of in the situation where he invited everyone to the pub, so they might turn up later at the pub at the
When they're done performing.
yeah, exactly. So their performances were already done, but they need to kind of stay till the end of the show and help sort of pack things up and stuff like that. So yeah, you guys get to the Thatch and Candle. It's quite a fancy place. It's quite welcoming. Yeah, sort of wooden beams and big sort of roaring sort of fireplace. And there's a sort of bar to one side with lots of drinks cabinets behind the bar, and the bartender sort of shaking sort of cocktails and like pouring them out in kind of a fancier sort of cocktail bar to one side, and then to the other side there's another sort of counter where you can where they've got like beer on tap and things like that, and lots of booths of tables, and it's a very sort of open, sort of high-ceilinged, airy sort of place with a couple of sort of chandeliers of electric lights, and some music playing in a corner. There's a violin and what's another instrument?
Cello.
A violin and a cello. There you go.
Bagpipe.
String. Bagpipes are a bit loud, a bit
But
abrasive.
fancy bagpipes. Like for...
Yeah, maybe, yeah, a couple of string instruments. Maybe a violin and like a lute, and they're playing some sort of folk.
Maybe like a viola as well.
And a viola
And
Yes,
a
please.
bass.
and
And a double bass.
a double bass. Very
Famously,
stringy,
you need both
string
Quite a
trick.
band.
to make a band sound complete.
Yeah.
But quiet enough so people can understand each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
A
absolutely.
long list of things just for this one wee band. So,
And then
good luck choosing the music and
there's
post for
like
this.
there's a kind of corner stage where like where the corner of the room has this kind of triangle. This it's like cornered off into a triangle, and there's a kind of setup there where there's like magical sort of amplifiers that, so the instruments are being sort of plugged in and amplified as well.
I think Alice probably goes up to the bar and attempts to order like a tankard of water.
Okay.
I don't know if that costs anything, but he's looking strange. He's got a tankard's worth of water.
They look at you and are like, well, we don't actually we don't give out water just water itself. We can only do that if with a purchase. If you purchased a meal, then maybe we can give you some tap water to go, or we can maybe we could interest you in some of our sparkling bottled water. But that does cost.
I'm just looking for like a tankard of water. I'm parched. And then once I've quenched my parch, maybe I'll have some ale. Maybe.
Well, is your friend ordering anything?
Sorry, I already spoke to the other two bar people over there. I've got like a whole tray of stuff going to my table.
Okay, well, we can definitely get you some water then. And he kind of goes and gets you and gives you a tankard of water because your friend's seemingly spending so much money.
It's on a tab.
Okay, yep. No problem at all, sir.
On the way back to the table, Jem would just pour the water out at the nearest plant you can find it and keep going with the tankard, like subtly.
Okay.
Nice.
So wait, do you have your own
Yeah.
like staff? Yeah. Okay.
And then once he sits down, he's then going to just start filling up his tankard from keg.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I thought you had some sort of like spell that you could have like turned the water into an alcohol. No. Okay, cool. That's great.
Before we enter, I'm gonna turn to cover party and be like, maybe we should get our story straight. I mean, before we go in there and everybody's talking and I don't know, anybody has to speak the truth again, just so we're on the same page on what we are willing to share.
Well, which page are you on? Enlighten me.
I think I am not part of the coffin organization, neither are you. Neither of us want to be associated with them, and neither of us want to be known for having worked with them. And both of us would like to find out more about what they're up to.
Not a satisfying story, but okay.
Also,
What is with the CEOs?
yeah, I was involved with the things that happened 7 months ago. Not saying that I killed the people that. Now everybody thinks the CEO was killed.
Don't have to be coy with me, it's okay.
I'm not saying that because, to be quite frank, I can't remember who I killed. It was quite a mess anyway.
Try to train your memory, it's good when you age up.
I think you only took out like some machines and things.
Yeah, no.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
don't
there was
think I-
any people that it was Franklin's thunderbolt that
Mainly,
lightning strike
yeah.
that killed the actual innocent worker.
Yeah.
In
We heard about
any case, I I do not want people to find out what happened exactly, because I don't want you to come after me or the other people that were involved. So, the seahorse didn't do anything,
Okay.
which is why I kind of went after him and tried to prevent him from dying.
Well,
If that makes me a softie in your eyes, I'll bear it.
it was very obvious, but okay.
I'll try harder.
Yeah. You have to tell me what happens to Karsus someday. Like, in detail. I want detail on that.
But not now. I mean, we're just
No.
entering the pub, so. And then,
Okay, so you guys enter and you see Jem and Mushu at a table. I don't know. Did you pick a table that might have space for
Yeah.
all the other
A bit,
people
a
that
bit
are
more out of the
arriving?
way and quite a large table.
Yeah. So they do have a lot of space for you guys, unless you guys want to go on your own for a little bit and then join when everyone else.
Do we notice them come in? They're more
Um,
sneaky than we are, so we're probably more obvious.
yeah, I think you guys are probably more obvious. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, you can roll a perception to see if you see them coming.
but also, I'm not sneaky.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
true.
really do.
That's stealthy.
Oh my goodness.
That's a 12 for me. but-
Yeah, that's a 28.
Oh wow, okay, Mushu, absolutely. I think your seat is facing like directly at the door. That's so you spot everyone who's coming.
What are you doing as they come in? Like, because obviously you've just made your alcohol. Are you working on that machine, or are you saving that for later on?
Yeah, I'd probably start tinkering on it, yeah. Like, just sort of looking it over and not terribly subtly either.
So you'll see him doing that, and you'll see me currently drawing on a piece of paper with some crayons. There's a pack that comes for like kids, and I'm currently just sort of doing a drawing of what happened earlier on today. So I'm trying to draw all of you really, really poorly. Various different colours.
Do we see much of that between all the drinks that are on the table?
Maybe not.
It's
Normally
got
if you go a bit
fortress
closer.
around it, kind of protecting it. So you see little shades of there's like somebody that's got their head almost or their hand blown off. Sorry, my bad. By a gun. There's a talking fishbowl. There's some various bits and bobs from earlier on. A
Journaling
seahorse
your
in the corner
highlights.
crying, and me protecting him vigilantly.
Amazing.
And that may not have happened, but you know, I can take some artistic liberties.
Okay,
Embellishing this
I
thing.
walk over to the table. I take a look at what you're drawing. That is beautiful. You are an artist, my friend.
You know what? Nobody's ever said something so beautiful to me ever. I'm sorry I called you a witch earlier on. I didn't mean it, honestly. I really do apologise. Please.
Artists are with people, so I accept it.
Like, Joey, help me.
Second hand hurt. Ouch.
Sorry, what do you
Do
say?
you want to help me?
Help! What exactly are you doing? I thought you were just drawing like a picture book or something.
Yeah, but we can draw like the whole scene. We could.
What scene are you drawing?
Oh, that's rather hurtful. Can you not tell?
Okay, what was on the paper again? It was like
It was like our battle
a
earlier on.
crying seahorse
Crying
and
me protecting the seahorse.
From the back.
Like, see, us a crying seahorse and protecting it. And how did you not see it?
Jem, probably who's quite intently looking at wherever this little device is, pops his little goggles up, looks over kind of very briefly and goes, "Pretty sure that's you," and points to one that's definitely not you. And then he's back to working on the little device.
Great.
It almost like slightly bruised my ego, just like, yeah, yeah. Yeah, aye, that's you. Aye, that's you. And I kind of try to fix what was a beard into like just plain skin.
Very striking in its simplicity, yes.
Nice.
This one as well, very complimentary. I'm just gonna invite them to join us.
Amazing.
okay, then I sit down, take any of the drinks that are on the table, just one of them, and what are you doing?
Just trying to work out this device a little bit.
Mm.
What about the pair of you?
I'm just waving down the way, very annoyingly.
Yes, hello. Can I help you?
Yes, you can. Might you serve me some wine?
Wine? Yes. I could get you the wine list if you would
Yes.
prefer. Yes, I will get on that straight away. And is everyone okay at the table here? You're all happy?
Perfectly run.
All right.
Another round, please, mate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the same. All right, coming right up.
If you're looking for wine, I've got something special just for you. Let's not get in, and nobody's allowed to have any except for the people that are friends with us.
Okay.
This is called buckfrost. Lothian delicacy.
Oh, great. Is it made of grapes or something else? I abstain, thank you. I like-
Sure.
Yes, thank you.
Maybe later.
Right. So at this point, Ease and Creve enter the pub and they kind of look over and see you guys and come and make their way over to kind of join you guys.
As I start coming over, I'm going to ask the sort of group that's here. Sorry, Ness. Just wondering, were they invited?
I mean,
Good question.
I point over to clearly point over towards the two that are coming towards the table. Just because we're the ones that kind of defended the seahorse. They kind of just turned up at the end.
No, they were nice enough, so why not?
I mean,
More company?
I guess they were in the room, so
Aye.
they could have thought they were meant.
I guess it's a bit of a reunion, you know?
The detective didn't know who he turned up so late. Everyone was in the
true.
room.
That's
He didn't.
true.
He just invited everyone that was there. He didn't know who was actually defending them.
If there's any reward going out, they're not getting any of it. Just being clear.
The Ganassi's going to try and talk his way into it.
He's very talkative, that one.
So Ease comes over and says, "All right." So yeah, they kind of she kind of flags down the waiter and they kind of order drinks. The Earth Genasi kind of gets this huge stein of beer and is just kind of slowly sipping it kind of in the corner.
I hope I got my wine properly.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. The waiter comes back with the
Yeah.
wine list and reads you off the various sorts that they have. So
It might take a while.
okay, I don't have a wine list in my head, but you could get a really expensive one, or
Yes,
you could
I
get
will.
the
Yeah.
house wine.
No, I want the expensive one.
Okay.
The one that actually is made of grapes and not underwater, on the continent.
Yes, well, it does. Yes, we do get that imported in from various places around the world, and yes, it is considerably more expensive. But that's I take it that's and they come and do the whole song and dance with the the tiny little sip that you can check if it's corked, and then
Yes.
they do the whole pour thing and make it fancy and swirl it.
That's what I was thinking.
And yeah, Ease orders a drink as well. So they're kind of sitting around with you guys.
How late is it? Is it
It's
time already?
Approaching 7. Yeah.
It's never
We're
too
getting
early
there.
to start day drinking. Not at my age.
So still not necessarily looking up, but tinkering away and trying to figure out this device and such as much as possible. Jem just goes, so exactly how many of you guys were at least involved or connected to this coffin organisation? And he just keeps on tinkering.
Without looking up?
Without looking up.
Well,
I look at
Ease? Yeah, we just both look at Ease.
I mean, I've already said my piece. I think. Back there, I was involved as a dealer of information, sort of a spy, but they took it too far when they decided they were going to massacre the whole city, destroy everything. Got out, decided that I wanted to try something different. So I was definitely involved, but that was before. What drew you there tonight? Was there a reason you were at the? Was it just complete coincidence you were there?
No things are a complete coincidence. You're not the only one though, are you? And with that, I guess he would probably look up just a little bit.
The only one at the table. I don't want to. I can only speak for myself. That's what I'll say.
Fair enough. There ain't no zone of truth, so people can say what they wish.
I'm drinking. I can't answer.
You're not talking to me, are you, Jim?
Oh, I thought you were the leader.
No. Sorry, I've got nothing to do with it. No.
I think
Cross that off the list.
Creve pipes up and says, "Oh man, I need to find the accent." Gosh. So, my friends, what brings you all to Atlantia here? You know why I'm here. I am in this circus. We travel around the world. We perform shows. I lift heavy things. But I don't know anything about anyone here. What? Perhaps you seem like a decent sort of fellow. What do you do? What's your do you have an occupation?
Well, I like hunting beasts, monsters, monstrosities. I like hunting them down and like becoming an animal and killing them. That's the sort of main goal.
Becoming an animal.
Oh yes, I can become an animal. It's pretty interesting. So I like to hunt them down with fellow wolves, become like a bit of a pack.
That is something I would like to see. That sounds very, very interesting to me.
I'm not doing it right now.
Perhaps another time.
Please don't.
Yeah, we're in a pub. No,
Please
so
don't.
Beast Hunter, I'm coming here because I heard there's a beastie underneath this city.
Interesting.
I want to find out more about it.
What kind of beast?
I've heard there was a massive octopus or squid underneath this city, and I want to find out more about it. Because imagine if I can, like,
That
I don't know if you know
sounds
about my goddess. She is a giant octopus creature. So if I can go and say I slayed something almost as good as our god, imagine the respect I get when I get back home.
My friend, my artist friend. Don't you think that a big octopus would be kind of noticeable? See, it can't be.
A lot of people have like been spreading rumours and talking about this, so
Like
that's
who?
noticeable.
Like what? I haven't heard anything.
There was a couple of people. There was a couple of people who came to our ship, one of which had a backseat, but I've completely forgotten their name. We've had a good number of people speaking about this.
Really?
Again,
I can't believe it.
again, still tinkering away, Jem probably just pipes in with something to the effect of, I mean, sit here under the ocean. Good place to hide stuff, isn't it?
So, and why exactly are you looking for this creature? Because you're a monster hunter?
Aye, I slay beasts, and this is the best beastie you could slay. Something like our goddess. You couldn't ask for anything better than that. I assume you must be a beast hunter as well. I saw your gun.
So you just do it for honor, or what is?
Well, you know, you defend the small folk, because obviously beasts usually are like hurt in towns or cities. So you protect them. Sometimes they give you some money, sometimes they give you some alcohol.
Okay, man.
I think we're just...
No. It's I understand. Yes.
Well,
So then Creve kind of turns to you and says, so what about yourself? What brings you to Atlantia here?
As I said, as I said, city under the ocean. Good place to hide stuff, isn't it?
So you're hiding,
I don't think I'm the only one at this table.
perhaps. And he sits back and looks a little more intently at you than perhaps anyone else.
Me or him?
So I think at this point, Detective Weatherby's going to come in with Ness and I guess Mindin, if you're dragging him along, I presume, or unless you trusted Percy enough, and Percy would kind of say that he was going to back up Mindin.
No.
Okay, so yeah, Detective Weatherby and Ness and Mindin all arrive see you guys all at that table and make their way over to you. Detective Weatherby just kind of addresses everyone and says, "Well, all right. I see you've already gone through some drinks, and I'm more than happy to spend that money as a reward for capturing our suspects that we were after. So, should we get another round?
I think that sounds about right, aye.
All right, all right.
Barkeep! 15 more drinks, please.
Okay. Ness, are you kind of saying anything as you're rejoining the group?
Can you drink anything?
That's a good question. I think if it was small enough,
Could we just pour it into the bowl?
it's probably a terrible idea, to be honest. But I will allow it. I've got a small little duct that you can like put a straw into. Does straws exist in this time period? Straw?
Yeah.
It's like a little
Maybe-
tube that you suck liquid through.
Yeah, I would say maybe like metal. I don't think there's
The
plastic hasn't really
Yeah,
been.
but straws
kind of
were like
is a big
made of
thing, so-
straw
Yeah,
originally,
literally
so they did exist before that.
Oh, I did not
That's
know
why
that.
they're called straws.
Is that why they're called
Fair, actually,
straws?
that's fair.
Well, oh well, okay, yeah, as a genuine straw.
Yeah, I mean, we can try.
But yours is probably plastic and
We could-
futuristic, right?
We could probably, yeah. If I'm gonna have to do like Constitution saving throws for getting drunk, I can probably do it with a disadvantage. Not gonna lie. It is a ball of
Yes, a ball.
I'm gonna try help him get
You
some
could probably,
alcohol
like,
in there.
You could get away with like a few drops of some sort of stronger alcohol, and then that would be just a kind of
Dissolve.
Yeah.
You'll just
Uh,
swim
I
it.
could-
tipsy-
I could get away
tipsiness.
with that, but based,
I'm the one pouring, aren't I?
based on my party members, I'm not convinced that's gonna be what happens.
okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a colour change in the water before I start.
Wow.
Just
Oh my
straight
gosh.
wine in there, just see what happens.
The expensive wine.
I mean, if you want to get drunk on something, then take the good stuff.
So Mindin probably sits beside you at this point and says, "Wow, I couldn't help but notice, but that was an excellent choice of wine. I was going to ask for the wine list myself. Would you recommend it, or does it not live up to its the descriptions?"
That's nice, but the end is disappointing. I would recommend go probably with the French one.
The French one. All
yes,
right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And feels like Mindon's found someone. It feels like they might have found a connection with somebody. Perhaps isn't which perhaps isn't a reciprocate. But yeah, obviously feels definitely feels yeah, I don't know how he feels towards Ness, to be honest, because Ness has just kind of turned up. It's been very good at protecting Mindon and has been a very good kind of bodyguard.
Chaperone.
Yeah, chaperone. But I don't know if they've managed to
Think much in common.
find much in common.
I think it probably is quite hard to empathize with a bowl of water on a bar.
Yeah, like
I get it.
there's
I
no
get it.
eyes. There's no.
I think Ness also gets that. Like,
Yeah.
he understands. That's why he keeps getting people to try and make eye contact with him.
Yeah, he's just craving the eye
Yeah.
contact. So, Detective Weatherby is kind of making sort of small talk, but then after maybe his first sort of drink and he's ordered another, he kind of addresses the whole party here and says, so, I'm gonna be frank with you all. The police department is struggling, and when I'm being optimistic that everyone here, it seems like, stepped up and protected an innocent civilian from some nefarious individuals who were trying to cause them harm. and gives a nod to Mindin.
Oh, man.
Just-
My heart
just-
is warming, oh my god.
Just a small alteration. Those two didn't do anything, but they turned up at the end.
Well, that's all right. They seem fairly capable. I saw part of the show. They can probably handle themselves. I'm looking for. I need help.
Clearly.
There's been people going missing. The police have tried their best to recover after the incidents of 7 months ago, where the chief of police, the mayor, a prominent banker in the city, and someone that owned a lot of factories died. People of great influence and wealth, and the chief of police had a lot of followers within the police force. And when that system collapsed, we lost a lot of people in the force. People that maybe shouldn't have been there in the first place. So hopefully we're recovering in a sort of we're going in the right direction here, morally speaking. But it does mean we don't have a lot of personnel at the moment, and there's been cases of missing people. And in investigating some of the businesses of individual this banker, Mr. Sagrim, we found that there has been covering up of missing people cases for quite some time. But even since it all sort of collapsed, the people have still been going missing in the same circumstances. And I think I've got a lead. Today, these individuals, I think the person that they're working for is behind the missing people. I want to, if I have some solid evidence, then I can go and arrest him. And what I'm trying to say is, it would make me feel a lot more secure if I had some capable people around that seem to have some decent morals. If you help me with this and chasing down these leads and helping me find these missing people, I will pay for food and board at the Thatch and Candle here for the duration of the case. That's what I can offer you. And what does that mean?
It's just making sure we have drink on there as well.
Yes, exactly. Yes, drinks would be included. All right. If you can help me, that's what I can give you in return.
Is this some sort of suicide squad?
I hope not. I don't want to. Nobody here is. I'm not asking anyone to commit suicide.
Oh, right. Sorry, it's a thing from my timeline.
So just to clarify, you're looking for us to do the work of the police force, but at no pay, just a nice roof over our head.
Expenses paid.
Well, that's a bad offer. I live in the city. I have a roof over my head. Do I look homeless?
No, you do not. Well, perhaps. There's. You defended an innocent citizen. Maybe you want to get to the bottom of this mystery, and that's the motivation for you, or just being upstanding citizens, protecting the people of the city.
Oof.
When you say?
My heart. It is warming. I'm melting.
He looks pretty desperate.
What kind of people went missing anyway? How many? Who?
Well,
They can't have been like noticeable people if there's no money to save them.
somebody goes missing every couple of months around the same area. Around the area where William Woolerman's factories were. And we've not managed to find out anything about what after searching the area, we've not managed to find any leads. This was the first. Well, I'm suspecting that the fellow who ordered these three to come after Mindins and I is behind everything, but I don't have any evidence. I want to bring him in for questioning, and I can't do that unless I have some evidence of his involvement. Was there anything that you found tonight that might be solid, hard evidence of that he's involved in that he was involved in the attempted murder of Mr. Swivels tonight?
No. We have zone of truth evidence that suggests that he wasn't involved. I don't know if that's helpful to you at all.
That who wasn't involved?
Wait, who are we talking about?
The boss of the guy who ordered the three of them to come
Mr. Smythe.
was actually behind.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Again, anecdotal, but if Zone of Truth holds up in a court of law, then Smythe was mentioned.
That's certainly something.
I've got a question about your deal. You say, like, obviously you're going to his room and board, but when we are going about and finding things, we get to keep everything that's not evidence, I assume, then, yes? So their money, their finances, their items, their all these sort of things.
I can get behind that. Yeah, that's fine with me.
Just trying to sweeten the deal a bit.
And I can share what information I have, and you can get to the bottom of whatever's been going on here. Maybe some people have connections to this case. I don't know what's going on.
Wait,
But
where is Mindin at this stage?
Mindin was sitting beside Campati and sipping on the wine.
On the French wine.
Just to check.
I'm just checking.
So at least once every 5 minutes in game you need to ask now. That's it.
Where's Mindin?
He's just trying to sneak out the door every time.
So, again,
Yeah,
not
okay.
try to diminish the conversation that's happening right now, because I do sense that this is quite important. Can we just hammer down some of the details, right? So, 2 rare items. We can take whatever we want off people we mug. If it seems relevant to the case.
I'd rather not.
Barbarian.
I'd rather not be there
And
be any
free
mugging,
room
but
and board for 3 people and an unlimited alcohol tab in any bar in the city. Is that what I'm understanding? Again, I'm really not trying to diminish this. I know this is really serious. You're clearly quite stressed and you're trying to do the best that you can in your job, which is already a nightmare. And after what I have heard happened 6 months ago, it sounds like the police force is kind of hitting rock bottom. So you're really grasping at straws here. We are kind of your last hope. So it sounds like you need to put this down in writing and we're going to sort this all out for you.
I
Don't
can.
put this in writing. Don't do that.
All right.
But you come to me, to us, and ask as a friend. I like that. I always need friends. I always want friends. Especially good friends in the police. This is very useful, and maybe we can help you. Give me a list of names, and we'll see what we can do.
Well, right. Well, I think the first step would be all together as a group, me leading with the force of the law and going to perhaps question this Mr. Smythe and hopefully bring him into the police station and arrest him, so to speak. I think that's the first step. And then, hopefully, if he's behind the missing people, then case closed. Then no problems. But I'd rather have a bit of muscle behind me in case he's got some tricks up his sleeve.
So what we found out in like a day is more than you found out for weeks doing your job?
Or months.
That is not surprising.
Aye. So maybe a counter offer. You keep the money as we sort of spoken about, like, but also on top of that, we don't have to wait for you. We go do our own thing as independent contractors.
I'm not sure if I can sanction. I'm not sure if I could get the.
Just a question, Jim. How did he come about those 3 people earlier on today?
How did he know about them? Is that what you're asking?
No, how did he come about them? We captured them. You didn't do that.
I'm aware. Look, I want to do things by the book. I want to arrest this man. I don't want to have him
What?
threatened by a bunch of. What if? All right. If you wanted to go out and do things by yourselves, then could you at least come report back to me here in the Thatch and Candle after you find out whatever you find out?
What's the book that you're trying to do it by?
The law.
The law book.
Do you have a book? Do you have it on you?
Well, no, I don't have all the law of Atlantia and on me. It's quite a lot of volumes, you know. There's
Right.
different kinds of law.
Sorry, I'm derailing.
So just to be abundantly clear, because trying to make sure that I'm getting a full picture of what you're asking and what you're asking of us and what you know yourself. You suspect this Mr. Smythe to be connected to the 3 today, and you suspect he might be connected to the missing persons.
Yes.
But he only took over charge 7 months ago, if I'm getting the dates right, and so someone else was in charge before him. So was he doing the disappearing before he took charge, or was someone else doing it for him back then?
That is a question I would very much like to answer.
And do you have any evidence on which you might arrest him? Because, I mean, I'm not an expert in this detective stuff, but I don't imagine walking up to a criminal's home and just saying, "You did it, didn't you?" And then they go, "Yeah, it was me," and then you
That's
take them
why
into jail, and
we
that's how
didn't
it goes.
do it. That's why we didn't do it immediately. That's why I'm looking for evidence, and I thought I might find some evidence on these 3 individuals that you brought in. But when we searched them at the police station, they'd said everything that they had on them had already been taken by you lot.
Well, you didn't take anything, so.
And you say that you didn't find anything on them that would lead to
I'm
perhaps
not actually
hard
sure I
evidence.
ever said that, but yeah.
I asked the question several times. Do you have anything of
Well,
interest, of note?
the only thing that's they did have emblems of the coffin organisation, but I don't think it's terribly surprising, particularly not to this table. But the only thing of any other note I would probably note is this this kind of contraption here. Seems to be some kind of sending stone. 1/2 works a bit differently to your average.
Well, if
I'm trying my best to reverse engineer it so that I can get signal on the other end. Nearly there. Need maybe another hour or so's work probably to get that and clarify. And if that was the case, it might lead us back to his door, but it might not. And I'd be a little bit cautious about putting it in your hands. I don't want me offended by it, but I'm not getting the greatest air of competence so far. So just to be safe with the things, I think it's probably better with us. I can put it in a pocket dimension that no one can get to it. I'm not sure if you've got access to many pocket dimensions.
Don't have access to many pocket dimensions.
Suspected
but
that's the case.
that
but-
is exactly what we're looking for. If that is a solid, hard piece of evidence, if that is linked to Eustace Smythe's other sending stone, and we can prove that they are completely linked to each other, then that's enough. We can book them.
Are you sure about that? I mean, again, I'm not an expert on your book of laws, but one end of a walkie-talkie doesn't really seem like a confirmation of criminal intent.
More cute.
A
With
piece
the-
in a puzzle, maybe.
The anecdotal evidence inside a zone of truth and the physical evidence of the walkie-talkie, I think combined might just do the trick. So, so what are you guys thinking? Are you wanting to go off and do things on your own and then report back to the detective, or are you
so
wanting to?
Before we talk about what we're thinking about what to do, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. Right, so we're doing 2 rare items. We got 3 room and board and 1 alcohol license for the city. That's
To be fair to my friends here, compensation should be adequate. And while I do appreciate doing good deeds for a city, good deeds don't feed you. Well, maybe in this situation they do, but it's a very limited amount of food and not really got the long-term value that we're necessarily looking for in this predicament.
But they do save lives. Is that important to anyone at this table?
I get that there's folks going missing, and that's definitely a deep concern. And I'm not necessarily looking for people to disappear and go missing. However, I think, as probably has been demonstrated, even in a very small way today, you're looking at least for the most part, a fairly talented group of individuals who have maybe spent time and effort to hone their skills, to work at them, to be good at what they do, and to provide some level of value to the situations that they enter. What you're asking of us right now is to do your job with those skills that we've honed for all our years for free. Well, for a couple of days, covering a nice hotel, but for free. Now, if I'm also understanding correctly, since your former boss went missing, quite a lot of the staff of the police force have also gone off on their own way, which then leads me to a secondary question, which is, what happened to the budget that was going to all those folks beforehand? Because they were being paid by someone and they're not working there anymore, so where's their money going? And if you're not aware of that, then maybe you're not asking questions of the folks above you, and it leaves me a little bit of concern if I'm about to uncover some great mystery that definitely seems to be at play here, because there's threads that I've been following for some time, but I'm laying them out and I'm looking at you and I'm asking, you're well intended, but can I trust you? Because you don't seem to value the folks in front of you that might actually have an ability to make a difference.
Now, if that's not a persuasion check, I don't know what is.
I think that's a precision check with advantage. That was incredible.
That was good.
That was a really good.
Can I give you guidance?
Oh, jeez.
He's not about free labor.
No.
23
yeah,
and
and a
the
bardic.
And the bardic
24,
inspiration.
Yeah.
24,
Right.
I'm at 24 at the minute, plus the bardic to D8, right?
A D4, D6.
D6. 23, that's a 27 total.
Wait, and a bless. You can do that.
Do you want another product inspiration? I don't know.
Another
Just
D4 or not.
have it all.
Just get it to the 30, that's what you're looking for, yeah.
I was hoping.
So the thing is that the budget for the police force was also slashed because confidence in our ability to do our jobs was quite low after everything that happened. So after the new government came in, after the mayor of the town was found dead, the new government came in, slashed our budget. The last chief of police was associated with all these others, and so we don't have the same budget as we did when we had a full staff.
Who on this new leadership in this city cut the budget of the police force?
So there was an emergency restructuring of the government, of the governing body here, and there's now like a council. So the members of the council voted to that the police didn't need as much
The members of the council, following a catastrophic issue of earthquakes and possible octopus, within the city decided that less police force was what was needed in response to that situation.
I don't speak for the council. Police force was seen as a corrupt agency. They were many cases that were buried that had resurfaced of abuse of power. So there just wasn't trust that those who remained were on the right side of the law, and they just didn't trust us with that money. Perhaps if we prove ourselves, then we can appeal to the council and perhaps get on their good sides again. But that's the way I see it, anyway.
I mean, I think the question I'm more asking is if any of these council members are involved. Your leadership of this city hasn't been great in the past, from what I'm hearing, and I'm not necessarily seeing justification for why the new ones might be better.
Well, we got to work with what we've got, don't we? One thing at a time, I would say.
Wouldn't a cutting of your budget make you more susceptible to bribes?
Look, we're not here to discuss the police budget. That's not the topic of conversation. We're trying...
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It makes sense for your character.
Maybe if you've got a chance, it might be a bit late tonight, but you can pop back to your police station. I've got a pretty good eye for numbers, and I'm pretty convinced there's some numbers that might be able to be worked out there.
All right, that's fine with me. I've worked some late nights. We can hammer out some. We can go through the accounts. So Detective Weatherby is saying, all right, we can perhaps hammer out the details of this deal over another round of drinks. But who was potentially wanting to join this endeavor? At this point, Ease pipes up and says, well, I think you can count me out on this one. Not sure this is my sort of thing. I was just a dealer of information beforehand, and not much of a fighter. You all look like you can handle yourselves without me. But, as I said, I did deal in information, and I do have something that might help you. Or someone, rather. Someone by the name of Brandon Thatchley.
Brandon?
Yeah. When I met you last with Dolian, I didn't know whether to trust you, so I didn't give you the full truth. I helped cover up Brandon Thatchley's death. I helped him fake his death. He is alive. And he found out something about the Coffin Agency. He didn't tell me what it was, but he knew he was being hunted. And we had some dealings in the past. He came to me because he could trust me. I hid him away. He's been in hiding ever since. But I think maybe the time's come where he can perhaps spill the beans and be of some use to people. You'll find him in Shambleton, and she kind of quickly sort of draws a little sketch of a street and puts a little X on it, and says, "We came up with a passphrase. If you don't say this phrase, then he won't open the door. He won't say anything. You need to say loudly once you knock on the door, 'I'm here to fix the roof.' All right? If you do that, he'll answer, and hopefully you can get him to spill whatever this information is. He never told me what it was. Scared for his life. So when I heard Dolian was looking for him, naturally I didn't want to tell where it was. Didn't know what Dolian's intentions were.
Well, You don't have to worry about that anymore. Dorian has left a long time ago. But, just out of character. Thatchley was Leo's stepdad, right? Or
No,
which-
no, no.
No.
No, no, no,
Which
no.
one was it then?
Thatchley was the person that Dolian was looking for, the whole camping one. He kept, that was his, like...
Oh, okay. So
so
it was
when-
not one of the people that we met in game.
There was a
No,
line
no,
in one
no.
of the letters, remember
Yeah,
that.
remember
Yeah,
Thatchley,
Franklin
yeah.
found
Yeah.
a letter. Yeah.
Okay.
If only we had Franklin now.
Franklin.
Quickly, call him up.
Is he 60 foot from me? Can I roll to see if Franklin's 60 foot away from me?
He is not.
I got anything, bro. Sorry.
Okay. The other thing.
Yeah.
So, 4 people were found of the big 5.
Who are you asking
No,
this
I'm
to?
just out of game right now.
Oh, I have
Um,
character. You're not Ellen. Yeah.
Because I'm asking because that would have been like public information that these people have been found, right? Probably in the newspaper
Mhm.
that
Yeah,
mayor
yeah,
was
yeah.
dead, that
Yeah.
the police chief was dead. So I, as Elwyn, would know that somebody has escaped, and I would know which person that is, right?
There was a lot of smoke, is the one
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Zion had banished Rizana, right?
Yeah.
For that entire combat. And
But
then
he would have
okay.
known that she's not permanently banished because there's a popping noise.
yeah. So Zion would have known that Rizana had come back from the banishment spell.
But was
once it
too
was gone.
distracted to know when.
Right, and so I think that group from last time would have been able to work out that that Rizlana had escaped.
Yeah.
At the very least,
I
you
think
could
that
probably,
wasn't-
if they're
that's not
announcing
too
the
much
4
of a
that are
stretch.
dead, that they're not mentioning Rizlana at all, presumably in that, because they wouldn't know that she was there. So she's just disappeared in the city in the midst of the earthquake. She's not in the headlines. So
Yes,
Yeah.
you'd at
exactly.
least know that, from
Yeah.
that perspective.
I
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
I
If
just-
you're
It's
like
not
looking at the
mentioned.
obituaries,
Yeah.
there's nobody that matches.
So I just wanted to establish that
She was a tabaxi, right?
yeah, the tigress
Yeah.
lady
Yeah.
Exactly.
that watched the jewel on the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just want to make sure that I got
Yeah.
that right.
I
Cool.
heard it. But
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
I heard it.
No, I'll make sure that's a
Yeah, you would have known that Rizlana escaped.
I'm going to say I probably am going to get involved with this. I'm not sure if it's going to be with yourself or not, so we'll hammer out the details later. I'm going to go do my own thing and figure this out anyway, whether that's with or without you.
All right. That's fine. I would appreciate if it was within the law. I know I can't make you do anything. Just to let you know.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else wanting to sort of hammer out this deal and follow my lead in this investigation?
I think I'm happy to be involved.
All right. And as soon as you're kind of agreed to sign on, Creve, who has been kind of just silently ordering more and more beer, says,
Remind me, who are you again?
"I'm with the freaking accent.
Sorry,
I'm
I'm not stuck
with-
to mine either, so don't worry.
I'm with the circus. I am the strong man who was with the circus, and I have tagged along with this adventure, and I am enjoying it very much. And yes, I will come along, and I will help." And he downs the beer and slams it down the table.
Who's this guy?
How about you're strong. I glance around the table. Can I do a quick investigation check to make a decision on who I think is the strongest at the table? It's like a good check, but like a quick glance round.
Yeah. Would that be insight, maybe?
Yeah, insight, investigation. I don't know.
Perception.
Perception.
Whatever your choice.
Okay. That's an 18.
Yeah. Who's got the highest strength?
Oh, one of the two.
I think
Yeah, we're the same, I think.
Athletics.
Oh, really?
Who's got the higher athletics?
they have a +9 on athletics.
Elwyn, how would you feel about arm wrestling this lad?
I'd really enjoy that.
Oh, yes!
You know,
I like this idea.
With, and we got to make sure
And
that
he kind
it
of
brings
clears a
something to
space
the
over
table.
the table and like starts arm wrestling with Owen.
I cast guidance.
You doing a opposed athletics check?
Add a d4 to yours as well.
So he gets a +7. So I rolled a 12 plus 7 is 19.
24.
Excellent. So it is a bit of a struggle back and forth until you manage to get his hand to touch the table, and he goes, "Wow, that was incredible! You must teach me how you what your training regime is. 2 more drinks," and he like starts trying to talk to you about like lifting weights and like building muscles.
Hey, I just listened to him and nod along.
Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Yes, policeman, yeah. You're my friend and I will help you. I'm sure my associate will help as well.
If you wish for it, I'll come along.
Wonderful.
There's quite a few things that I would like to know a bit more about, so I'm in.
All right. Has Ness given confirmation? Either way, you can go up to your own thing.
Yeah, provided the deal goes down the way that I expect it to, I'm in for sure. As long as Mindin's okay with it, if he's involved.
Me? I was not really going to tag along with all this danger, and plus I've got to work at the Skyport. I need to do my job every day.
Oh, whatever
My
you
daily
want to do,
job.
buddy, I'm with you all the way.
Well, you can come to the Skyport and keep me company and be my bodyguard if that's something that you like
Perfect.
to do. Right. Well, let's meet me at the Skyport at 6:30 sharp a.m. and we can get started. I can maybe put you to work. Yes, I'd quite like that.
Amazing.
All right, great. So, Detective Weatherby says, right, well, I'm not sure I've actually properly introduced myself. My name is August Weatherby, but you can call me Gus. And, well, let's hammer out this deal then, shall we? And he motions to the waiter to get another round of drinks. And the night goes down, and everyone's kind of negotiating and hashing out what kind of deal this is going to be. And we kind of zoom out on the thatching candle as the night kind of draws on, and a lovely, merry evening is had by all, unless you think you're enjoying it. And with that, we'll end this episode and pick back up next time. Alright. Thank you guys.